So we just need to make sure that when we, get to host in the NCAA tournament, the biggest time of the year, March Madness is basketball time. We need to make sure that we pack it for our players. And, it's for Oklahoma. It's a representation of, I can't tell you the national exposure that we have had as a program this year. I think we've had maybe like 11 to 13 nationally televised games this year. And that's a direct reflection of what we do, not just our program and not just our team, but what we do, especially when it's a home crowd, what we do in terms of representing our university. So we just need to make sure that we're out there and we represent all of Oklahoma, because this is a special place and we all know it. We just need to make sure everyone else in the world does.
And all that, this team's got a chance, man. They got a chance to make a run and they need your help. So when the bracket's unveiled, Soonersports.com/tickets, we'll have all the information to get you ready for the Norman Regional. Quick break, we'll come back and we'll talk about the SEC tournament, some standout players. Jenny Baranczyk is in the house on Sooner Sports. All right, welcome back to our final segment here from Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue. Brought to you, our final segment is brought to you by Pike Pass. Make it home safe, Oklahoma. Coach Baranczyk, we brought a special co-host for this final segment.
She's just getting addicted to the show, I think, a little bit. She just finds her way up here, don't you, Hopi?
Yeah.
So, Hope, can I get your help here in this final segment? You got me? All right. Because Jordy last time asked the question, and you didn't. Well, it's when I was here.
That's right.
So it is time for the Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue question for Coach. Remember, for the best in real Texas barbecue, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue. You got a question for Mom, for Coach Baranczyk that we can ask her? Because I got one if you don't. And no rush either. Look, that's 9 minutes and 20 seconds. So you can take all the time you want, Hope.
It's your question. You don't have to ask it for me. You can ask it for Plank, too.
I can answer anything you want. Like, for instance,
think about it?
What's your go-to when you would come to Rudy's? Are you a barbecue fan?
Oh, what do you eat here?
Yeah. What if I were to ask you the Rudy's question of the day?
What did you just eat?
I forgot.
You forgot what you ate?
Gosh, I forgot.
That's really good.
That's why I eat so much. I eat and I forget, and I just eat again. The next thing you know,
I forgot that I ate.
Hey, what the balance? You and Scott are awesome. I mean, to balance. To balance three kiddos.
Awesome might not be the right word.
Three kiddos, all within the same wavelength. What are they? 5 years total?
So yeah, pretty much. So Eli is 12. He's about to be 13, and then her birthday's coming up. She's 10, and then Hope is 7.
That balance is crazy.
Well, I don't know if balance is an actual thing, is it? I mean, I could ask you the same thing. I mean, it isn't, but it's part of what we do. And, perspective, life gives us so many perspectives. And, family is always obviously the most important. And I think it's important for them to see that too. They get to see, the mom part of you that, sometimes they'll say like, wow, you talk to your kids the same as you talk to us. And I'm like, well, I don't know if that's good or bad, but you're right. So it's too hard to be different, And so you want them to see that things are hard and that you have to work hard, but at the same time, you can still do it.
Yeah. Toby's favorite story, of course, is whenever you guys got stuck in where were you? Amarillo? And you had to bus back, and you had the snacks. Because you were ready. Everyone was hungry. Mom had snacks because she was ready for the kids.
What was funny was yesterday we were stuck in Memphis.
In Greenville. Oh, in Memphis.
We had to land halfway home or however far that is, and we were in the airport for a while, and so we had peppers and cheese sticks that we fed everybody. And when you're real hungry, you'll eat anything.
Those are good.
And so, our team got some nice little nourishment other than just the continued bags of chips that our flight attendants kept bringing us. So, so that's that little black cooler I carry with me everywhere is sometimes kind of handy.
Save the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, speaking of that, a little business here. Let's talk about the week that was. How did you feel your team responded in its first trip to the SEC tournament?
I thought the tournament was it was intense. There were fans. It was fun. It was. We obviously played Georgia in the first game and they had played the day before. And so sometimes you got to work through some things. I felt like we did that. Our game against Kentucky was another, two teams that are extremely offensive that we struggled to score. It was a defensive battle, and you got to credit them and you got to credit us for being able to make some plays when we needed to make them. But I tell you, what fascinates me constantly is the talent that is in this league. I mean, you're playing future WNBA players, future Olympians, night in and night out. And, and then obviously we hit South Carolina like we talked about in that first game. But I was really proud of, I really feel like we grew, we got better, and we still have some more improvement, which is really nice. So I don't necessarily think, we were playing our A game and, we've already peaked. I think we still have some opportunity, hopefully, in that next tournament to really peak.
Do you know what I liked? Thinking back, watching the Kentucky game, is we saw it right there. There was Ivan. Freshmen that are fearless.
Zaya was great. She really was. And she got into foul trouble early and then obviously fouled out. And but her growth over this last month has just been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, that was probably one of the biggest daggers in the game right there, the sister-to-sister connection. So I feel like Zaya came in, and especially playing a player like Georgia Amore at Kentucky, who is a future Olympian.
Yeah.
I mean, she is. She's very good. She obviously was incredible here in Norman when we played them the first time, and so for us to be able to come back and play her much better the second, she still scored a lot. But she had to work for everything, and the first time maybe that wasn't the case. So I'm proud of the fact that we're continuing to learn and we want to learn. And even our game against South Carolina, I'm proud of the fact that we came back out in that second half and we were better. And then again, the coach and you, the mom and you, whatever, you're never satisfied, and you just want more and you want more and you want more. And I think you can tell that that's where our team's at too.
Final segment is brought to you by your Oklahoma Buick GMC dealers. I want to thank Coach Nick Kroll, Ginny Baranchek, obviously Tyler Neal for coming out with us, and the man, Skip Johnson. We ask for your support for a lot of things, but with this upcoming NCAA tournament and a Norman Regional, Sooners could be as high as a 3-seeded women's basketball. Get out and support it. Soonersports.com/tickets. And OU baseball. If you're gonna watch along and listen along this weekend out in South Carolina, it's a rabid and rocking environment out there in South Carolina. We can create that here as well too at Mitchell Park. You can get your tickets and all the information you need at Soonersports.com/tickets. And a reminder, if you missed any of the program tonight, you can find it on our YouTube page and also podcast version. Go to Soonersports.com/podcast. The show will be available first thing tomorrow morning. For our producer, Grant Wade, for all of our guests, I'm Chris Plank, signing off from Rudy's. And until next time, Boomer Sooner, everybody.
And Toby rolling back with you once again, welcoming you to the Music City, where tonight Oklahoma will look to continue their impressive late season run. It's Oklahoma and Kentucky tonight in the second round of the 2025 SEC tournament. Winner gets Alabama tomorrow night in the quarterfinals. Alongside Kevin Seatbelt Henry and our engineer and producer, Drake Dykin, thank you for tuning us in. Darren McDermott running the show for us back in our Learfield Sooner Network studio. Last night in the opening round, freshman Jeremiah Fears led the charge as the Sooners bounced the Bulldogs and grabbed win number 3 in a row. Guarded by Newell. See if he tries to take him. Crossed him over. Step back. He's going to try another three. He got another one. Oh, man. Heat check. A 6-point Jeremiah Fears possession. Out to Fears, right wing. 10 on the shot clock. He's out near half court. Kane on him. Wants a pick from Northweather. Gets it. Crossover into the lane. Goes right by everybody. And he hammers it. Fears is lighting up the Music City. Guarded by Lawrence on the wing. He's holding his arm. Gives it back to Jalen Moore for a three. Bam! Jalen Moore. It's an 8-point game. Inbounds Demery. Half court with 4. You can unhitch the wagon. Put the ponies in the barn. Oklahoma's been playing survive and advance for 2 weeks. Beat Missouri. Beat Texas. And tonight in Nashville, they have beaten Georgia. They are moving on in the SEC tournament and very likely moving into the big dance. Final score tonight, Oklahoma 81 and Georgia 75. Jeremiah Fears was scintillating with 29 points. OU made 12 three-pointers, 10 of them in the first half. And Mo McGee starting for the second straight game for injured big man Sam Godwin, had his best game in a Sooner uniform. 12 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. And the man who speaks 5 languages joined us courtside after the win. He ties his career high with 12 points, a career high 4 assists, a season high 9 rebounds. Bo, congratulations on the win, buddy.
Thank you.
Hey, you were having to go up against a bunch of bigs all night long for Georgia. Tell us about the fight down there.
Yeah, it was, the coach told us that's going to be the way we're going to win the game today. Rebound. So, like, coach emphasized it, so we got to come out today, and we did a pretty good job at it.
Mo, you played 25 minutes, probably the most minutes you've played in the game this season. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I had a little cramp, but like coach told us, stay out of foul trouble, you're going to play a lot, and you're going to be a big reason we're going to win the game today.
You scared us when you limped off the court over there, Mo.
Yeah.
We can't have another big man going down.
No more.
How about the kid, Jeremiah, tonight?
Man, he been doing the whole season, bro. He just finding the right play, hitting the guys when they're open, get to the ring when we need it. Very good job for Jeremiah today.
Hey, got Kentucky tomorrow. What are your thoughts on that one?
We spread them one time at home. It was a pretty close game. Now we got to go get them.
Mo, last question. We'll let you go. What has clicked for this team the last 2 weeks?
Of course, we've been talking about it. We connected, bro. We connected a lot more now. In defense, offense, like everybody on the same page. So, like, coach been talking about it. We got to be the best team at getting better. That's what we've been doing.
Congratulations, buddy.
Man.
Way to go.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Kevin Henry, another big-time effort in a must-win situation for Porter's team last night.
Yeah, Toby, these guys did a really good job, and it's fun to watch them just continue to fight and battle and scratch and claw their way to those wins. And, you know, think about it. I mean, they had to do a lot of different things to get the wins that they've gotten down the stretch, but I'm so proud of the guys, the way they fought, and they were able to, you know, make it through. Now, has it taken a lot? Yes, of course it's taken a lot, but Jeremiah Fears has been terrific these last couple of games. Like you said, he really turned something, found something there at Florida, and has kicked his game into a whole nother gear the last few weeks.
Updating you on the game before hours. Mississippi State and Missouri have been locked at the hip the whole way. This has been an incredible day of basketball in Nashville. Drake will update you on the scoreboard here in just a bit. But every game has gone right to the wire, and it looks like this one will too, as Missouri leads Mississippi State 69-68 with 4.5 minutes to play. I'd say we're looking at, you know, it's going to be after 9:30 before the Oklahoma game gets underway. The teams are allowed 25 minutes of warm-up at the conclusion of this game, and if it ends in regulation, then we might start somewhere between 9:30 and 9:45, but we've already had one game go double overtime tonight. The opponent for the Sooners will be the Kentucky Wildcats. Mark Pope in his first season now the head coach of Kentucky. This place will be full of Cats fans. They call it the Blue Mist when it rolls in from the north every year into Nashville when the tournament is here. They overtake this arena. This will be a road game tonight for OU. It's the second meeting this year between these two teams. The first was an instant classic. Kentucky won it 83-82 on an Ortega-Owe bucket with 6 seconds left. Tonight, Oklahoma gets a shot to even the score. But it won't be easy, Kev. The Wildcats come in winners of 2 in a row and playing pretty good ball right now.
They're playing pretty good. They have really good players. Mark Pope has this group really playing well right now, and they're a good team. And they have, like you said, a great fan base that's going to come down here, fill this place up with blue, and it's going to be like a tough road environment, although it's kind of neutral court, but it's really not. So I'm looking forward to this matchup with these two teams. I think the Sooners feel like that they owe Kentucky one. I mean, they feel like they stole one from them, so it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out.
Stylistically, I kind of like the matchup. I like that Kentucky likes to get up and down the floor. I feel like certainly that fits Jeremiah Fears and really Oklahoma as a team.
Kentucky likes to shoot the 3 ball. I mean, Mark Pope wants his team to shoot 35 threes a game. Now, here's the thing. You don't want...
What a dream.
I know. How about that? You don't mind that, especially if you can keep them cold from the perimeter. But here's the thing. Those long shots are going to lead to long rebounds. So the guards are going to have to play a big role on rebounding, which is good because, you know, short shots would be short rebounds, and we only have Mo Wagi underneath. with Sam Godwin out. So it's going to be important for not just Mo to get rebounds, but those guards. They're going to have to chip in. That's going to be one of the keys, is to get the guards to rebound the basketballs. One or two maybe of our guards need to have both 5+ rebounds.
I got a little bit of concern going into tonight about Mo. Just what's he have left in the tank? He played 25 minutes last night. That's the most he's played all year. The assumption is they will once again not have Sam Godwin tonight. Mo, as it came out last night, and they kind of been keeping it private, but he's been observing Ramadan, which means he cannot have any food or drink, even water, between sunrise and sunset every day. Now, this game, obviously, it's dark now, but still, just how much does he have in the tank, I guess is my point. It's a good front line for Kentucky, especially Amari Williams. Andrew Carr's a big body. Brandon Garrison, they're going to throw at him. Does Mo have enough in the tank to go 40 minutes with those guys tonight? I guess it's a concern. Maybe the answer is yes.
Yeah, I think Mo has been playing with this, and he's told the coaching staff, I'm used to it. That's kind of his response right now is, hey, I'm used to it, so it's okay. And so he feels fine. I'm glad to know that he's used to it. I think it's important that he continues to, do what he can, outside as far as rest and stretching and things like that, because it's going to be important that he, plays significant time. Now, Luke Northweather's available, and so he's going to have to step up and play. And I don't mind seeing Glenn Taylor step in there and play one of those, post spots. He does a good job, and I think what Glenn does is kind of the X factor. He stretches the floor. He can step out and hit a three, but also drive around you and score inside. So I like having Glenn Taylor in this ball game as well.
Kentucky is down a man from when these two teams played in Norman. Jackson Robinson has been declared now out for the season. Robinson tried to play against OU. He did score 7 points in some limited first half minutes. It's the only game he's played in the last 8. He, along with Kerr Kriisa, have both been declared out for the rest of the year. Kev, he's their second leading scorer, probably their best or second best three-point shooter. That's a big weapon Mark Pope's going to be without.
Yeah, he is their best wing defender, if you ask me. I mean, Jackson Robinson, he's long, he's athletic. He has those long arms, and he just does a lot of things for him. Yes, he does step out and shoot a three, but he scores at all three levels. And just he's a really good player, and he knows Coach Pope's system. So, yes, that is a big missing piece for them. But who's still there and available is Otega Owe.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy, he played a great game, had his career high in Norman a couple of weeks ago. So expect the Sooners to change up their game plan on him.
He had a career-high 28 points. He scored the last 18 points of the game, including the game winner for Kentucky. And another thing to keep an eye on, I think, will be, if you remember the end of that game, it was very chippy. In fact, it spilled over into a little bit of ugliness at the end of it with Brandon Garrison of Kentucky and the crowd. The teams had to be separated. They didn't even shake hands because they were worried about a potential fight breaking out. It's been a few weeks. It's been about 3 weeks since that happened, but it'll be interesting to see if there's any sauce still remaining at the beginning of this.
Oh, I'm sure. 3 weeks is not long enough for these guys to forget that. They're going to remember. That game got chippy from the tip.
Yeah.
It wasn't at the end of the game got chippy. It was chippy the entire time. A lot of trash talking and things like that. And we talked about this last night. A lot of teams want to get under Jeremiah Fears' skin. They think, hey, he's a freshman. Hey, he's a young guy. Hey, he's a point guard, this, that, and the other. Let's try to get under his skin. He's their leading scorer, best player, whatever else. Let's try to, if we can take him out of the game, it's going to take them out of the game. Well, that's kind of backfired on some people lately, because what they do is they poke the bear, and next thing you know, he's going for, 3 or 4 threes in the first half and dunking on you in the half court. So it's going to be interesting to see how these guys continue to approach Jeremiah Fears and his game defensively, attacking him, making him guard, and then what they do is, trying to get in his ear.
Here's the stat you may want to cover your ears for. But Oklahoma's trying to win 2 games in the SEC tournament with a win tonight. They haven't done that in a conference tournament in 22 years. OU hasn't won 2 games in a conference tournament since 2003. Of course, that year the Sooners won the 3rd of 3 consecutive Big 12 tournaments. That is amazing and upsetting at the same time. Sooner Basketball pregame show presented by Dos Equis, the official import beer of OU Athletics. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID as we hit 9 o'clock in the Central Time Zone. This is Sooner Basketball from Learfield. Coming up on tonight's pregame show, we'll visit with Sooners head coach Porter Moser. Drake will take a look at the SEC scoreboard. We got the latest bracketology predictions for you. Kevin will chat with OU assistant coach Clayton Custer. He's got the scout tonight, and he'll have his Kev's keys to the game. We got starting lineups and much more as we count you down to tip-off here in Nashville. It's day 2 of the SEC men's basketball tournament. Oklahoma and Kentucky tonight. This is Sooner Basketball from Learfield.
Sooner Nation, are you looking to upgrade your palace this season? Mathis Home Furniture Superstore provides superior service, a complimentary in-home design team, and the largest selection of in-stock merchandise at the lowest price with fast free delivery to Sooner fans throughout Oklahoma. Shop now at mathishome.com or stop by any of our stores in Oklahoma City or Tulsa. Mathis Home, preferred furniture sponsor of OU Athletics.
Game day just got better because Pizza Hut is the official pizza of OU Athletics. Sink your teeth into our hand-tossed, crispy, thin-crust, iconic pan pizzas, loaded with mouth-watering toppings like melty mozzarella, savory pepperoni, and fresh veggies. This season, make Pizza Hut your go-to for all things OU basketball. Visit your local Pizza Hut or order online to get game day ready with the official pizza of OU Athletics. Pizza Hut, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hey Sooner Nation, I'm Luke Northwelder with OU Men's Basketball. When you want to travel, choose your premier motor coach transportation provider, Overland Charters. With over 25 years in the transportation business, Overland Charters is your go-to and top quality transportation services in Oklahoma and throughout the entire country. If you want to travel with the winning team this season, choose the premier brand in group transportation, Overland Charters. Check them out online at overland.com to book your next trip. Overland Charters, official motor coach provider of OU Men's Basketball.
Find more trucks and more savings during Ford Truck Month at Bob Moore Ford. Choose from hundreds of Ford F-150s and Super Duties and take advantage of more savings, like $14,000 off MSRP on a new 24 Ford F-150 XLT and $12,000 off MSRP on a new 24 Ford Super Duty. Get trucking and get more savings during Truck Month at Bob Moore Ford on Southeast 89th and I-35 or BobMooreFord.com. F-150 XLT number 7071. Super Duty number 4621. Excludes CT&L.
MidFirst Bank is proud to be a premier partner of OU Athletics and the exclusive provider of the OU Visa debit card, the #1 pick for Sooner fans. You also get access to the convenient card controls when you download the MidFirst Bank mobile app. With the app, you can manage all your cards and accounts in one place. Add your card to your digital wallet to pay with your mobile or wearable device. Visit midfirst.com/Sooners for details. Member FDIC.
Before you dig.
Uh-oh.
I told you already.
I know. Click before you dig.
We all depend on the internet, especially during football weekend, so help prevent underground utility damages. Be sure to contact Okie811.org before you dig.
Welcome back to Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. You're listening to the Dos Equis pregame show. It's now time for Scoreboard Central, presented by Coca-Cola. Looking at games that have already happened today and an exciting day in the SEC men's tournament today. It started off with probably the best game of the day, or at least the best finish of the game, and that one came between Arkansas and Ole Miss.
All right, Brazil's second free throw to give the Hogs a 1-point lead. On its way.
No, and the Rebels rebound. Davis to Padula, can win it. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Padula for 3 on the way. Ball game. 1.3. Not yet. Half-court shot. No, Rebels win. He banked it off the backboard and off the rim, and the Rebels win it 83-80. What a crazy basketball game.
It was a crazy basketball game. That was voice of the Rebels, David Kellum, there with the final call. Also, Edmond native Sean Padula. Unfortunately, Sooner fans have recently seen him hit a last-minute shot against the Sooners.
What are you going to go there for?
Had a rough day from the field today. 0 for 6 up until that point from three-point range. I heard somebody say that during the broadcast at some point today, and then hits the most important one of the day. Ole Miss, they advance. They get who? The number 1 team in the nation. They get Auburn War Eagle in the next round, the semifinals, or the quarterfinals of the SEC tournament. Auburn, they're going to be well rested. Game 2 of the day, it's old school gridiron rivalry between 2 Lone Star State teams. Texas A&M, 2 teams that have 2 very different circumstances as well. Texas fighting for their lives to get into the tournament. Meanwhile, Texas A&M, just a team that's trying to improve their seeding a little bit. That's a game that goes into double overtime, and it was a great game as well. Absolute slug match of a game. It's also the reason that it is 9:07, and we are still in the midst of the game that is before Oklahoma and Kentucky at this point in the night. That game, though, it goes into double overtime. Texas, they win that matchup, and they also, at the beginning of the day, according to Joe Lunardi's bracketology of ESPN, they were the first team out of the NCAA tournament to enter the day. After that game goes final, Texas shifts from being the first team out to being the last team in. So, a team that absolutely needed at least a couple of wins in the SEC tournament. Texas, they do it. And right now, it looks like they're on the right side of the bubble, but still possibly have a little bit more work to do. Possibly can get another big win on their belt and lock things down for themselves against number 4 seed Tennessee as well. One game that's currently in progress right in front of us right now. They're in the final 2 minutes of this game between Mizzou and Mississippi State. It is wild to think about that the number 7 seed in the conference, guys, is the number 15 team in all of college basketball. Wow. But that's what is the case with Missouri being on the court right now. Right now, they lead this game 75-71 on top of Mississippi State. Toby, you had mentioned that this was a game that you guys were both speculating if Mississippi State wins, helps OU's chances quite a bit too, as far as possibly turning that win in Lloyd Noble Center earlier this year back into a quad 1.
Yeah, certainly could have implications for OU. Mississippi State, number 32 in the net rankings coming into this game. A victory over a team on your home floor has to be a top 30 in the net to be ruled a quad 1. So if Mississippi State were to beat Missouri here tonight, that would, in all likelihood, move them into the top 30 in the net and give OU another quad 1 victory. They've got 7 right now, but they're going to have to do something special late to make that happen because they're down 4 with under a minute and a half to go here.
After this game, 1:23 left in this game, 75-71. Still a little bit of time left for Mississippi State to make a run, like you just said. But Kev, what's kind of stood out to you the most today in day 2 of the SEC tournament so far?
Well, here's the thing. You mentioned Texas is now on the right side of the bubble. Well, by my math, does that make 14 teams from the SEC?
That's
right. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, and so this is another note when it comes to bracketology. OU at the beginning of the day was one of the last 4 byes for the tournament. Not even playing a game, they have moved from the last 4 byes comfortably into the tournament. Amongst the last 4 byes as well, 2 more SEC teams, Arkansas and Vanderbilt as well. So, 14 is the count as of right now.
Yeah, it's just incredible. And I think when you used to have the bracket where they would try to space out teams from the same conference where you wouldn't play them in the same weekend or the first weekend, for instance. Now, I think that's impossible because you see teams, as you look at the projections, there's teams from the SEC that if they both were to advance to the second round, they'll have to play each other.
Well, here's one thing to keep in mind. The rule is you can't play a team that you've already played twice until the Sweet 16. So there's a lot of teams we've only played once. And there's a lot of teams that the other SEC teams have only played once. We will absolutely have some SEC versus SEC matchups in the second round
Yes.
of the NCAA tournament.
Or round of 32.
Yeah, round of 32.
Yeah.
It just can't be like Oklahoma couldn't play, for example, Texas A&M or Missouri or Texas in the second round because they've already played those two teams twice.
So a question on that: does conference tournament play?
It counts.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so Kentucky, as of tonight, would be out of that
And
equation
Georgia
as well. Yeah,
and Georgia. Yep.
So, that is your scoreboard update brought to you by Coca-Cola. Crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasting. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
It's looking like Missouri's going to get it done. They're up 77-71 now with under a minute to go. Just a few more bracketology details. You heard Drake say there that according to ESPN's Joe Lunardi, he has moved OU off the bubble. He has them right now as a 10 seed. Kentucky's a 3 seed. Other outlets have updated their bracketologies today. Sports Illustrated and CBS both have OU now as a 9 seed. Fox Fox has OU as a 10. On 3 has OU as an 11. And you heard Drake mention there, Lunardi has moved the Sooners in front of both Arkansas and Vanderbilt. Now, if they were to lose tonight, that could change, but that's the situation as of right now. Who knows what the committee has? Those are just the prognosticators.
Well, and, I mean, would you rather be an 8 or a 9 seed, or would you rather be a 10 seed? Yeah, exactly. Because you got to play a 1 seed if you win.
Yeah, I think a 10's better than a 9 for that reason. Although the difference between the 1s and the 2s this year, well, it could be significant. The only one potentially OU might possibly be matched up against might be Duke. Because I guess that's just because of what I just said. Yeah. You could play an Alabama or a Tennessee or a Florida even. So that erased that from the record, Your Honor, because they've only played them once. Yeah. But it could very well be that.
So this
3 SEC teams end up as 1 seeds.
Well, and you could have, half of the Sweet 16 could be SEC teams. I mean, it's just, this league is so tough. This tournament, I mean, think about going through this tournament this week and how tired your guys will be if you make it to, the championship and happen to win it. I mean, Auburn won it last year and exited first round of the NCAA tournament.
Let me ask you this, because a lot of people have speculated, and Jay Billis had a clip going around that was widely spread, that this might be the best conference of all time. And certainly if you put 14 teams in the tournament, even 13, that is gives a lot of credence to that. My opinion is they got to win the national championship. An SEC team's got to win the national championship and have at least 2, if not 3, of the Final 4 teams to take that honor. I don't think you can declare a conference as the best conference of all time and the national champion doesn't come from their conference. Agree or disagree?
I disagree. I think the fact that you've seen this thing top to bottom this whole year, we've watched every game just about, and so I feel like the proof is in the pudding. What you've seen. Now, can a team get hot? Can a team get tired? Injuries play a part, things like that. Yeah, no doubt. And there could be teams that get knocked off. But I think right now, I agree with Jay Billis. This is the best conference, not just from the eye test, but from all the metrics out there, right? How you judge these teams on their efficiency and offense and defense and everything else. SEC, to me, and based on those metrics, is the best league of all time.
Agree. But perception, I don't think, will stick if they don't win the national championship. But reasonable minds could disagree on that. And we'll see. The tournament could play out, and the SEC falls apart in the first couple of rounds, and this whole thing goes out the window. Or like you said, they have half of the Sweet 16, and we say it doesn't matter what happens from here. This is obviously the best we've ever seen.
When you think about it, you're going through this league right here, this tournament right here, you're going to look up, and you have a unbelievable test in front of you every single night. There's no mid-majors that'll pop up in front of you this week. Next week, there could be a mid-major that makes an upset. Yeah. There could be a mid-major team that you're lined up against in the first and even the second round if you're an SEC team that you have to play. Now, not saying that those teams can't be good, but you're not going to run into a mid-major this week. I mean, this is a straight-up fist fight this entire week, and it's hard. It's taxing on bodies. You're going to play until Sunday, somebody is, or 2 teams are. And so it's going to be hard for the team to get through this. And I just repeat, Auburn won this thing last year and lost first round.
It'll also be interesting to see, because they let them be so physical in the SEC, sometimes the officiating is different in the NCAA tournament, whether that affects any SEC teams, whether they find themselves in some foul trouble or anything because of that.
Yeah, for sure.
We got about 11 seconds to go. Missouri's up 10, so the Tigers are going to advance to take on the Florida Gators tomorrow in the quarterfinals. 3 of the quarterfinal matchups are set now, or almost set. As Drake mentioned, Auburn will play Ole Miss at noon tomorrow. Tennessee and Texas will play game 2. And then the first game of the night session will be Florida against Missouri. And the late game tomorrow night, Alabama, the 3 seed, awaits the winner of our game, Oklahoma and Kentucky. All right, we'll take a break. Our pregame visit with Porter Moser. Kevin caught up with him at shoot-around earlier today. When we come back, it's OU and Kentucky tonight here in Nashville. This is Sooner basketball from Learfield.
Big savings have arrived at Fowler Dodge. Get our exclusive offer of $20,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months on a 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn for a brand new Ram 1500 Bighorn from Fowler Dodge, proud sponsor of OU Athletics. Offer is valid on select in-stock 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorns and are subject to availability. Stock number R250027. Stock number R250027. MSRP $66,370. Offer valid through March 2025.
Hey Sooner fans, a game-changing year is upon us. Call it your staycation destination, your beat the heat retreat, your after-sport resort with indoor and outdoor pools, thrilling rides, restaurants, spa, swim-up bar, and more. We just call it Okana. And it opens soon, just east of downtown OKC, right on the river. Okana Resort and Indoor Water Park. Learn more at okanaresort.com.
At OG&E, for you to seize your day, it's up to us to keep your power on. That's why we're building a smarter grid that stops outages before they happen. In 2023 alone, these automated restorations saved more than 6.2 million customer minutes of interruption. But energy is about more than electricity. That's why with our partners, we've provided $100 million in customer bill assistance since 2021. Because at OG&E, we energize life.
Champions know the value of preparation, commitment, and choosing the right team. Just ask Oklahoma stars Kinsey Hansen and Kobe McKenzie.
Kobe and I know a thing or two about great teams, and when it came to finding the perfect engagement ring, BC Clark was the clear MVP.
From the moment I walked in, I knew I was in the right place. BC Clark treated us like family, from the quality, the service, and the experience.
Every love story deserves a championship ring. I am Coleman Clark. BC Clark is proud to be a sponsor of OU Athletics.
For decades, the Oklahoma Sooners have instilled greatness in tradition and values. Today, that same greatness is distilled in spirits, handcrafted in the heart of the Sooner State. Inspired by a legacy of champions, 2 Ponies straight bourbon whiskey, and only one 10 times distilled premium vodka are Sooner excellence captured in a bottle. Wander Folk Spirits, the officially licensed spirits of Oklahoma Athletics. Wander responsibly.
Hey Sooner fans, want to make the most of not only your game day but every day? Norman Parks and Recreation has got you covered. With 68 beautiful parks all over Norman, there's always a place to have fun or connect with nature. Swim or shoot hoops at the Young Family Athletic Center. Take a walk at Ruby Grant. Hang out with friends at the Adult Wellness Center or tee off at Westwood. And don't forget to make a splash at the Westwood Family Aquatic Center. Follow us on social at Norman OK Parks to explore all we have to offer. Norman Parks and Recreation, where Norman plays. Welcome back to Nashville. That roar you may hear as we come back is for the Kentucky Wildcats as they take the court. The Sooners were greeted less kindly when they took to the floor here in Bridgestone Arena as we get set for the final matchup of the day between the 14 seed, the Oklahoma Sooners, and the 6 seed, the Kentucky Wildcats. It's time now for our pregame chat with Porter Moser, brought to you by Brahms. Kevin caught up with the coach at shoot-around earlier today.
Coach, what's been your postseason message? Here we are in the postseason. What's been the message to the guys going into March?
Well, it's really been our message, this whole last month or two of, fighting through hard times and staying together and believing and blocking out everything but believing. And the thing that we talked about is I thought early on we were so resilient, and I know people are sick of hearing me saying that, but last night showed it again. And when you're fighting through different things, we came out in the second half. They took a 6-point lead. We were just in the huddles, just staying together, fighting, and then we went on a 16-0 run. And those are just really, really great traits that you're seeing back in this team that comes with trust, belief, time, staying together, blocking out a lot of outside noise.
Where has this team grown, do you feel, the most, just from the start of the season till now? Where have they grown?
Staying connected defensively. Our transition defense continues to get better. Our multiple efforts on defense continues to get better. Here's a growth part. In the first half, we had a 4-point lead at half, but we had a number of turnovers that we shouldn't have had. And we talked about it at halftime, like Jeremiah specifically had 0 in the second. That's growth. It's hearing, okay, I hear the message, let me address it. That's growth. And so I then believe in, it's easy. It's really hard to fight through hard when you're you're getting boat raced at Auburn, boat raced at Florida. It went from 7 to 19 really fast. But I feel like we're fighting through those times when it seems like it can get away from us. Then we're making resilient, tough stops. We're getting a rebound, getting some stops.
Talk about Kentucky. You played these guys really, really close and just not that long ago. Just talk about this team and what worries you about tonight.
They're one of the top offenses in the country. They have tremendous weapons everywhere. Shooters, size, their big men can really pass, two of the best passing big men in the country. And they got shooters, we were all spread out a little bit too much on the shooters, and Tega got downhill. Can't let him go downhill. He had 0 assists in our game. We know that. And when he puts it on the deck, we got to come converge and get our stick plugs in there. We did a lot of really good things to be in position. We could not get stops on him down the stretch. Therefore, we lost by 1. But we did a lot of good things to one of the best offenses in the country, and we got to do that. Plus, guard Tega's dribble drive better.
I feel like the team has really adjusted offensively. It seems like you've kind of shrunk the playbook a little bit, simplified a lot of things. Has that been kind of the key the last couple of games?
Absolutely, and just sharing it as well. Yeah. It's not as much shrinking the playbook, it's just as much sharing it. We had 10 threes in the first half. Yeah. We spaced them, we shared it, and that's been such a big difference where, we're low assists, high turnovers. When we're high assist team, we're really hard to stop.
Last thing, Coach, I'll let you go. Just what are some of the keys for tonight? I know getting back in transition, these guys like to play fast. They like to get up a bunch of threes. What else is a key for tonight?
Well, one is they have phenomenal shooting. They can't have a night like we had in the first half where we hit 10 threes. We really got to guard that 3-point line, but we also got to be aware of Ortega's drive. Yeah. So it's a stick thing, but and then for us, with them stopping transition. They're so deadly. And then for us, really making them guard, because I don't know if they want to guard for extended periods of time. They're very good, but we want to be able to make them guard continuously. We did that scoring in the 80s. We've got to do it again.
One more thing, Coach. Talk about Mo. I thought Mo was terrific last night. He's got to stay out of foul trouble. I think it's going to be huge tonight. What are some of your thoughts on him?
It's a daily. He played 27 minutes with 1 foul. That is like Mount Rushmore of games for him with the fouls. So we've got to stay with that, with him, the discipline. And Luke's got to give us minutes tonight. Yep. And Jay Moore's going to have to 5. But they got those 2 bigs and that really can pass, and we're going to need that. But Mo was phenomenal at playing really hard and more disciplined with his fouls.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
That's the Brahms Fresh Market Fresh Take with head coach Porter Moser. Brahms Ice Cream and Dairy Stores, farm fresh for over 50 years. 5th all-time meeting between these two schools. Kentucky's won all 4 of the previous ones. Oklahoma looking for their first victory over Big Blue tonight. Kev's Keys to the game coming up next. We're in Nashville for day 2 of the SEC tournament. This is Sooner basketball from Learfield.
When you get the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime you work out. And now through March 13th, get your first month free when you join. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage. And do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get your first month free and all the perks with the PF Black Card for just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends March 13th. See Club for details.
The tax season sales event has arrived at Fowler Toyota of Norman. Get employee pricing the entire month of March and save up to $7,428 on a new Tundra Limited 4x4 Crew Max at Fowler Toyota of Norman. Spring into these limited time savings with this deal on a Tundra you won't want to miss. Now's the perfect time to get that Tundra you've always wanted from Fowler Toyota of Norman, proud sponsor of OU Athletics. In stock only, tax and license fees extra. Stock number R250025. Offer expires March 2025.
Hey Sooner Nation, I'm Luke Northweather with OU Men's Basketball. When you want to travel, choose your premier motor coach transportation provider, Overland Charters. With over 25 years in the transportation business, Overland Charters is your go-to and top quality transportation services in Oklahoma and throughout the entire country. If you want to travel with the winning team this season, choose the premier brand in group transportation, Overland Charters. Check them out online at overland.com to book your next trip. Overland Charters, official motor coach provider of OU Men's Basketball.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
It's your lucky day every day here at Riverwind Casino.
With nearly 3,000 of your favorite games. Plus the best rewards program in the Metro. Use your wild card to win big in our $80,000 Golden Clovers giveaway.
Party like a VIP in a private lounge at the Showplace Theater.
We've got the best of the best, and we'll see you at Riverwind.
Welcome back to Nashville, everybody. Oklahoma and Kentucky on deck. And it's time now for Kev's Keys to Victory. How are they going to get it done tonight, Kev?
Well, you got to make shots. Here's what's going to happen. This Big Blue Nation crowd is going to get really involved in the game. So what you got to do to quieten them, the first thing is you got to make shots. So I'm going to go with my 10 plus threes. I mean, I think it's important that you make 10 or more threes in a game of this magnitude. What that does is obviously it helps you offensively, but it also keeps the crowd at bay. You got to keep these guys sitting on their hands. You cannot let them get going. Second thing, you got to take care of the basketball, Toby. You cannot have those live ball turnovers. So I'm telling you, Kentucky loves to run. They love to get up and down and fast break. If you have a live ball turnover and take it end to end and go dunk it, I mean, the roof is going to come off of this place. So you got to limit your turnovers, fewer than 10 on the turnovers. And I think the rebounding aspect is going to be another big feature here. Obviously, Kentucky is so long and athletic, and they got those two post players. They bring one in off the bench. Garrison comes in off the bench. So you have to rebound. Keep that thing within 5 on the rebounds. I don't expect the Sooners to out-rebound them, but if they can keep it close within 5, I think the Sooners can do a good job everywhere else, and they can stay connected in this game.
On the 10 or more threes, OU made 12 of them last night, 10 in the first half. It's the 14th time this year they've made double-digit threes in a game. Kentucky leads the SEC in three-point shooting. They've done it 18 times, but here's the other side of that. They've also allowed it 15 times. They shoot a lot of threes. They give up a lot of threes. So if Oklahoma had another good shooting night tonight, Kev, that could give them a great chance.
Absolutely. I mean, these guys, they shoot so well. They shoot a bunch of them. Mark Pope wants to shoot 35 threes a game. And so they get them up, and they play fast in transition. They shoot them in transition. But like you said, they give up a ton of them as well. So it's going to be crucial that the Sooners make some shots from the perimeter. If they do that, they'll be just fine.
Sooners going with the anthracite jerseys tonight, by the way.
I like it.
Clay Custer has the scout tonight for OU. Kevin also caught up with him earlier today at shoot-around.
Clay got Kentucky tonight, but I want to ask you about a certain guy on our team, Jeremiah Fears, one that you've been working with that I feel like has just been playing unbelievable lately. What's gotten into him, and where have you seen the most growth in his game?
You know, Jeremiah is so fun to work with because he loves the game so much, and he wants to get better, and he's just a real basketball player. Like, he lives it, breathes it, all that stuff, and that's why it's been so fun to be around him and work with him every day. When he gets a couple baskets early and then just lets his natural ability take over, his passing ability comes out, everything comes out, and that's when he looks very special. And I think that's what we saw yesterday when he saw a couple of those shots go in early, and then he kind of, a little bit of pressure goes off his shoulders, I think, when that happens, and then he kind of just lets he just plays at that point, and that's when he really looks like, you know, top 10 pick, like what he's projected right now, you know. So it's been fun, and he's maturing. He's getting through hard. Like, when he has a bad half now, he comes back in the second half. He stays positive. He doesn't let things snowball. He's maturing faster than I think anybody could have expected, and that's why he's being a little bit more consistent right now, playing well game after game. So credit to him, just wanting to get better, wanting to grow as the season has gone on.
Sure. I think, you guys played Kentucky not that long ago. You guys did a good job. I mean, just a 1-point game. Two things. Talk about defensively. What do you got to do differently? Obviously, slow down Ortega. And then offensively, what did you guys do to get those shots up and score those points? But then also, what do you feel like you can, even ramp that up tonight?
For sure. So the biggest thing, I think the only part of the game plan that we didn't get in, we did a really good job. We put ourselves in a position to win that game. The part of the game plan that we did not get in, which we will tonight, I expect to at least, is just guarding Ortega. Like, he's a score-first guard who passing is his third, fourth option at times. And I think the part of the game plan we got to get in is, even if you're guarding a shooter off the ball, when Ortega drives, you have to be in your plug and help and basically be in such a plug spot where he has to pass the ball, where he can't even get a shot off. Because chances are he's going to run into you and turn it over or whatever it is, or he's going to hold on to it, and then you have time to recover and get back to the shooter before he gets it off, basically. So that's a huge part of the game plan tonight, is to kind of shut his water off. Obviously, we know he's a heck of a player, and him being here last year, so he's hard to slow down, but I think we're going to have a better plan with him tonight. So I'm excited about that. Offensively, we did some good things last game. We scored the ball pretty well against them. I think early in the game last game, we were getting too deep a couple times, which has been our issue at times offensively in other games as well, is instead of feeling the help guy come over and spraying it and getting another guy's shot, we were just taking one extra dribble that we didn't need to take, and they were kind of digging, raking it. They created a couple turnovers early in the game. Once we settled down last game and just drove, kick, played together, that's when we looked really good offensively. And recently, I think we're a top 25 offense, in the country this year. But we look really good offensively when our team buys into getting in the paint, kicking it out for threes, and playing the right way.
That's Sooner assistant coach Clayton Custer. We're about 8 minutes away from tip-off here in Nashville. We'll take our final pregame timeout. Oklahoma and Kentucky coming up next. This is Sooner basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Craving a getaway? Let your taste buds take a trip with Brahm's new Aloha Burger Crave and Save combo. This still includes a double cheeseburger hamburger stacked with 2 juicy hamburger patties, melty provolone, fresh grilled pineapple, crisp spinach, ripe tomato, and Brahms' signature dipping sauce, all on a sweet Hawaiian bun fresh from Brahms Bakery. Pair it with Brahms' golden crinkle-cut fries and a hand-dipped milkshake, all for just $8.89. Now that's the deal we're saying aloha to.
Find more trucks and more savings during Ford Truck Month at Bob Moore Ford. Choose from hundreds of Ford F-150s and Super Duties and take advantage of more savings, like $14,000 off MSRP on a new 24 Ford F-150 XLT and $12,000 off MSRP on a new 24 Ford Super Duty. Get trucking and get more savings during Truck Month at Bob Moore Ford on Southeast 89th and I-35 or BobMooreFord.com. F-150 XLT number 7071. Super Duty number 4621. Excludes CT&L.
Whether it's a long line at the amusement park,
45 minutes.
waiting to get inside the club, or getting stuck at the DMV. Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care. Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More of what you need now. Visit mercynow.net.
Hey, Sooner fans, want to make the most of not only your game day, but every day? Norman Parks and Recreation has got you covered. With 68 beautiful parks all over Norman, there's always a place to have fun or connect with nature. Swim or shoot hoops at the Young Family Athletic Center. Take a walk at Ruby Grant. Hang out with friends at the Adult Wellness Center. Or tee off at Westwood. And don't forget to make a splash at the Westwood Family Aquatic Center. Follow us on social at Norman OK Parks to explore all we have to offer. Norman Parks and Recreation, where Norman plays.
Oklahoma, Seth Wadley Chevy Buick GMC in Pauls Valley is known for a winning selection, price, service, and a world-class service department made especially for you. Just ask for me, Brad Thompson, managing partner, to help you with any questions you might have.
And don't forget about my promise of oil changes and engines for life on new or used gas or diesel at no additional cost to you.
So come to the Chevy Palace on the Prairie, Seth Wadley Chevy Buick GMC, I-35 exit 72 Pauls Valley, or click SethWadleyChevy.com.
This has been the Dos Equis pregame show. Dos Equis, official import beer of OU Athletics. Go for Dos. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Now, turn it up. It's game time.
Drives, pump fake, jumps into a defender, lays it in. Tie game. Baseline drive, got deep, banked it up, and in. And one. Alley-oop, Jalen Moore from the rafters. Bam!
Sooner Basketball is brought to you by Mercy. At Mercy, your life is our life's work. OG&E, we energize life. SeatGeek, official ticket marketplace of the Oklahoma Sooners. And by Shelter Insurance, for auto, home, and life insurance that fits just right. Find an agent at shelterinsurance.com.
Three-pointer at the buzzer for the win. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Now, here's the voice of the Sooners, Toby Rowland.
If you're ready now, here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the home team, the Kentucky Wildcats. Kentucky comes into play tonight with a 21-10 record. They went 10-8 in league play. Head coach Mark Pope in his first season. Assistants Alvin Brooks, Mark Fox, Cody Fugger, Jason Hart, and Mikkel McLean. Double zeros, Otega Owe, 6'4 junior from Newark, New Jersey. The Oklahoma transfer, averaging a team-high 16.2 points a game. He leads the team in steals with 48. Kevin, you got Tega in your Wildcat spotlight tonight.
Well, that's no surprise to anybody. Will Tega try to go for 30 again tonight? And the Sooners, what are you going to do? What is your answer for him trying to get downhill, trying to get all those shots? Tega had no assists last game. That tells you he's not trying to pass the ball a whole lot. He wants to go score.
Number one is Lamont Butler, 6'2", grad student from Moreno Valley, California, San Diego State transfer, averaging 12 points a game. He led San Diego State to the 2023 National Championship game. Number four is Kobe Brea, 6'7", grad student from Washington Heights, New York, Dayton transfer. He was a teammate of Kobe Elvis. In fact, they were roommates at Dayton together last year. Brea, outstanding shooter, one of the best in the country, averages 11 points a game. He's 44% behind the arc. He had a game this year where he made 7 threes against Florida. Number 7, Andrew Carr, 6'11", grad student, Westchester, Pennsylvania, Wake Forest transfer, averaging 10 points a game, coming off a double-double, 16 points, 12 rebounds against Missouri. And the big guy, number 22, Amari Williams, 7 foot, 262-pound grad student from Nottingham, England, transfer from Drexel. For a big guy, great passer, averages 11 points a game, leads the team in rebounds at 8.7. That's second best in the SEC. Leads the team in blocks as well with 39. Williams has 10 double-doubles on the year. He's really kind of the guy that makes it all go for them, even though he's a 7-footer, Kev.
Yeah, what he does, he brings it across half court. They start the offense through him, out at the top. It's weird, but that's what Mark Pope likes to do, and he lets those other guys go set down screens and back screens and things like that for everybody else and brings them out. But he's such a good passer. He can move the basketball. He's probably one of the best passing big men in all the country. So, I mean, you have to guard him, and the best defense for anybody else around him is to put good defense on him. So what you got to do is make it really difficult for him to see around you. Therefore, he can't make all those pocket passes and backdoor passes and things like that to all of his shooters and scorers.
Starters again for Kentucky, 0-0 Owe, 1 Butler, 4 Brea, 7 Carr, and 22 Williams. If you're ready now, Drake, it's time for the Sooner starting 5, brought to you by Mathis Home. The Oklahoma Sooners now 20-12 on the year, back-to-back 20-win seasons. They went 6-12 in regular season league play. Head coach Porter Moser in his 4th season. Assistants Clayton Custer, Ryan Humphrey, Armand Gates, Brock Morris, and Josh Oppenheimer. 0 is Jeremiah Fears, 6'4" freshman from Joliet, Illinois, coming off a 29-point performance against Georgia, the 4-time SEC Freshman of the Week. He's averaging 16.7 points a game. That's 9th best in the league. And he's averaging 22 points a game over the last 7. Number 2, Bryson Goodine, 6'4", 6th-year senior from New Bedford, Massachusetts. 4th stop for Goodine. Syracuse, Providence, Fairfield, and now Oklahoma. Best 3-point shooter on the team, 2nd best in the SEC at 44%. You've got Goodine in your Sooner spotlight tonight.
You know, Toby, I think he's an important player for a number of reasons. One, he's got to play really good defense on the wing. Kobe Brea, Tega Owe, he's going to be matched up on some of those guys. But the other part of that is I'd love to see him catch fire from the wing. I want him to really go off, and if we could get 5 or 6 or 7 threes out of him tonight, that'd be unreal.
Number 5, Mohamed Wagee, 6'10", grad student from the Bronx, West Virginia, Alabama, and now Oklahoma. He's averaging 3.5 points a game, but he's coming off his best game in a Sooner uniform against Georgia last night. 12 points, that tied his career high. 9 rebounds, that's 1 off his career high. And he did set a new career high with 4 assists last night. He was spectacular. Number 14, Jalen Moore, 6'7" senior from Birmingham, Alabama, Georgia Tech transfer, averaging 16 points a game. He leads the team in rebounding at 5.8. Jalen has had 12 20-point games this year. And last night, he set a career high for 3-pointers. He made 4 of them against the Bulldogs. And number 15 is Duke Miles, 6'2", redshirt senior from Montgomery, Alabama, Troy, High Point, and now OU. Duke averaging 10 points a contest, also 44% three-point shooter. Just hasn't made enough of them to qualify among the league leaders. Only 5 points last night for Duke. Starters again for Oklahoma, 0 Fears, 2 Goodine, 5 Wagee, 14 Moore, and 15 Miles. No Sam Godwin again tonight. He will miss his 3rd consecutive game. Tonight's officials, Terry Oglesby, Owen Short, and Courtney Green. Starting lineups brought to you by Mathis Home, the official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics. This has been the Sooner Basketball pregame show, presented by Dos Equis. Dos Equis, the official import beer of OU Athletics. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Welcome once again to the Bridgestone Arena here in downtown Nashville. First ever SEC tournament for Oklahoma. They won their opener last night over the Georgia Bulldogs, 81-75. A win that all pundits agree has stamped their ticket to the big dance. Now it seems, barring unforeseen circumstances, Oklahoma playing for seeding at this point. Another win, especially one over the caliber of opponent like Kentucky, could really vault OU. It would certainly be another quad one victory, and it would move them into a quarterfinal matchup with the number 3 seed Alabama tomorrow night. Well, both teams have been introduced. They are around their respective coaches. We are not quite sold out. I see a few empty seats in the upper deck. Place seats around 19,500. I'd say we have 18, maybe 18.5 in here tonight. Almost all of them in blue. There are some crimson-clad fans over there behind the Sooner bench. They're going to make as much noise as they possibly can here tonight against Big Blue Nation.
There's a few behind midcourt. Yeah, there's a few over here, too.
Anybody here not with Kentucky, if you're here to cheer for Tennessee or Alabama or Florida, they'll throw their allegiance behind the Sooners for sure. They'd love to see Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
Here's an interesting.
There's some orange in the building, too.
Kentucky's not won a game in this building since 2019. They've not won an SEC tournament game here since 2019. Now, they did win an SEC tournament game in 2021, but that year it was in Tampa. They've not had much luck here despite all the fans they bring in recent years. They have won 32 SEC tournaments. Next closest, Alabama with 8.
Yeah.
Time to jump center. It'll be Mo McGee in anthracite for OU, Amari Williams in white for Kentucky. Mo wins the tip, and we're underway. Thursday night, downtown Nashville. Jeremiah Fears has it. He's guarded by Lamont Butler. Gives to McGee, top of the key. Sooners go radio right, TV right, first half. McGee holds, hands it back to Jeremiah, who sprints right side, still behind the arc. Backs it up now with 12 on the shot clock. Fears gets to Miles, left side with 9. Duke double team, lobs to McGee. Down the lane, pivot, working on Carr. Can't get a shot up. Kicks it back out to Fears with 2. He fires up a 35-foot 3. Almost banked it in, but he missed it. And Kentucky's got the rebound.
Thought Mo had a good look there on that pass. Got to find ways to score if you're underneath.
Owe tried to drive. Miles wouldn't let him. Brea now, right down the lane. High arcing floater goes 2-0 Kentucky. Kobe Brea.
Well, Kobe Brea is not your two-point shooter. I mean, he's a standstill 3 guy. That time he got downhill.
Fears behind his back on Butler. Gives it up. Corner pass goes to Goodine. Steps to the baseline. Now curls it back out to the perimeter. Jalen Moore met by Amari Williams. Drives on him. Got deep. Got fouled. No call. Rebound Kentucky. Jalen Moore comes up hobbling too. That's a bad sign. Corner Owe for 3. It's good. 5-0 Wildcats.
You cannot let him get loose. How do you lose sight of Otega Owe in transition? Somebody's got to pick him up. Yes, that was a tough shot by Jalen Moore underneath, but you got to sprint back. These guys want to shoot threes in transition.
Fears. Working on Butler. Hands to Miles. Duke wants to drive Tega. Cut off. Drives him again down the lane. Pivot. Shovel to McGee. Power dribble into Williams. Slips. Keeps his pivot foot. Now it's taken away from him by Amari Williams. Brea controls it on the baseline. Boy, they're letting a lot go. Owe ahead to Carr for a 3 try. And it's 8-0 Kentucky out of the gates as Andrew Carr hits the 3 and Porter Moser calls an early timeout. Not yet 2 minutes in. And it's 8-0 Wildcats.
Yeah, I tell you what, Toby, these guys are playing some inspired basketball. Kentucky is, and their fans are behind them. You got about 18,000 in here that are right behind these guys, cheering them on. And the Sooners, you got to pick up in transition. You off of a miss, off of a turnover, no matter what happens on one end of the floor, you can't let that affect the other end. So you got to sprint back. You do not have a man in transition defense. What does that mean? You have to stop the ball. Somebody has to talk and say, I got ball. And somebody has to say, I got basket. I got this guy. I got that guy. You have to continue to communicate on the defensive end. You can't just run down the floor thinking, oh, somebody else will pick up Otega Owe. He's on the other side of the floor. I don't need to pick him up. Somebody's got to pick him up.
Planet Fitness is a proud partner of Sooner Basketball. With multiple locations in Oklahoma, Planet Fitness can help you with whatever you're getting fit for. Join today. Eight 0 Kentucky. Timeout is over.
I'm glad Porter Moser went back with that same group. Just let them just get reset a little bit here and see if you can get a way to get a bucket. Need a basket right here.
Fears right side. Feed low. Wagee got open. Pump fake. Put it up and got the roll, and a foul's called. And one. Mo Wagee draws the foul on Amari Williams and somehow got that bucket to go.
Yeah, and Mo's he's hesitating underneath. He had an open look early, but didn't take it. Decided to shot fake and go underneath. Reverse side layup, and he got it to go, and it went in. But you can't wait. Amari Williams is coming. Mo is fast enough to catch that pass and go straight up and dunk it and finish right there in the lane.
65% foul shooter on the year. Wagee's free throw is good, and it's 8-3.
Great timeout call. Sooners came back, got a bucket. Perfect play.
Token full court pressure. They get it to their point guard, Butler, who's wearing that big brace on his left shoulder like he was in Norman. Amari Williams now up high. Picked up his dribble. Finds Brea on the wing. Curling right side. Off to Carr. Down to a posted up Williams. Swing it high to Brea. Fakes a pass. Drives. Floats in the lane. Good. Kentucky's 4 for 4. Brea's hit his second shot.
Yeah, I just mentioned he's not really a two-point guy, but that time again he got to the lane and shot a floater right there in the middle and made it.
10-3 Wildcats. Wagee, left side of the floor, drives on Williams, got around him, lost the ball, and then as he chased it down, he stepped out of bounds. Turnover. That'll bring Luke Northweather and Kobe Elvis into the game. 17-17 to go first half. Kentucky leading 10-3. They're 4 for 4, 2 for 2 from three-point range. Butler walks it up, met by Fears at half court. Hands to Brea. Fears switches off onto him. Otega always got it up high now. He gives to Butler. Around the screen right side, finds Williams in the lane. High arcing shot around and in. Got the roll. They're 5 for 5. Amari Williams first two.
Well, these twos that they're shooting are just too easy right there at the rim.
12-3 Kentucky. Fears. One-handed layup finish on this end. Amari Williams did not try to block it. And uncontested, Jeremiah has his first bucket. And then he trips Butler accidentally to pick up a foul.
Well, I'll tell you what he did was he tricked Amari Williams. When he came off of that screen, when you go off the wrong leg with those layups, Toby, like that, you go with the right-handed layup, but you jump off the right foot, so it messes up the timing of a shot blocker. They're not quite sure when you're taking off, and Jeremiah's really good at that.
Amari Williams exits, replaced by the former Cowboy Brandon Garrison, 6'10 sophomore from Dell City High School. 12-5 Kentucky. Owe tries a right wing three. Missed it. There's the first miss. Jalen Moore's got the board. 16:35 to go first half. Kobe Elvis brings it up. Crossover on Butler. Drives him. Kick corner. Fears. Pump fake. Otega flies by, and then Otega fouled him. Owe picks one up.
That was a good play right there. Jeremiah got him up in the air and had a chance. I mean, Otega took off and tried to block that shot from 5 or 6 feet away from him. But when he put it on the floor, Jeremiah almost dodged the contact. You want to continue to look for the contact right there, especially if it's on Otega Owe, somebody that's such a big part of their team.
Colin Chandler checks in for Tega. He'll take a seat. Fears gets his first rest. Miles back in for him. Lob into Jalen Moore, top of the key, guarded by Carr. Jalen working it between his legs on the dribble, off to Elvis. 12-5 Kentucky on top. 16:20 to go first half. Elvis down the left side of the lane, spins to the right side. Pivoting on Chandler, pump fake, turnaround, hook shot by Kobe's good. Crafty Kobe got one to go. 12-7. Garrison up high, right wing dribble to Carr. Carr will dribble it across the top of the key. Gives to Chandler on the wing now. Up high, Garrison on the hold. We're down to 12 on the shot clock. Garrison looking for somebody. Finally, Carr up top. He'll launch a three-pointer. No good. Uncontested rebound for Kobe Elvis. Sooners have piled up a couple of stops here in a row. Kobe, right side of the floor, right in front of us. Wants a pick from Jalen Moore. Gives it to Moore instead. Down the lane. Jalen got it blocked by Carr. Little off balance. Kentucky runs. Lamont Butler falls down. Cross-court pass from his butt to Brea. What a pass that was.
Yeah. Seated all the way across the court.
Brea around the screen, and he stepped out of bounds. Turnover.
Three really good defensive possessions in a row by the Sooners.
They push back here a little bit. 15-18 to go till halftime. First media timeout. Our score, Kentucky 12 and Oklahoma 7. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by the OU Community Cornerstone Partners of Fowler Auto Group, OG&E, OU Health, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. This is Sooner basketball from Learfield.
Hey Sooner Nation, I'm Luke Northwelder with OU Men's Basketball. When you want to travel, choose your premier motor coach transportation provider, Overland Charters. With over 25 years in the transportation business, Overland Charters is your go-to and top quality transportation services in Oklahoma and throughout the entire country. If you want to travel with the winning team this season, choose the premier brand in group transportation, Overland Charters. Check them out online at overland.com to book your next trip. Overland Charters, official motor coach provider of OU Men's Basketball.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Two Ponies Bourbon, only one vodka, locally handcrafted by Wonderful Spirits, the officially licensed spirit of Oklahoma Athletics. Bob Ford is proud to honor service members through the Patriot of the Game. To nominate a Patriot, visit bobmooreford.com/hero today. Kev?
Thanks, Drake. 15-18 to go in the first half. Kentucky still hanging on to a little bit of a lead, 12-7. Sooners fighting back a little bit, getting some stops defensively, which has made a huge difference. What they've done is they've really, buckled down on the defensive end. Even though you've turned the ball over once or twice, you got to get back on defense. And I think the Sooners addressed that issue with that first time out. Now, the other part of that is they've scored on the offensive end. When you score on offense, makes it a whole lot easier. You have a lot more motivation to run back on defense. Toby, like when you scored, you always hustled really hard getting back on defense.
Incorrect. I just stayed down here. 5-on-4 that way, guys. I'll be down here. But I get your point. It's a good one. What do you think about the Wildcats' pants tonight, by the way?
Are those patches?
It looks like a quilt Grandma would make for you. You know, he's wearing quilt pants, I think. All over the place. Let's pause quickly, 10 seconds for station ID. It's 10 o'clock, folks, on a school night. This is Sooner basketball from Learfield. Toby Rowland, Kevin Henry, Drake Dykin back with you. What a ride this OU basketball team has taken us on the last couple of weeks. Trying to keep it going here tonight. Day 2, round 2 of the SEC basketball tournament. The big boys coming out today. Oklahoma running into the 6th seed, the Kentucky Wildcats tonight after their inspiring victory over Georgia last night. And right now the Wildcats have a 12-7 lead. Oklahoma breaks the huddle with Miles, Elvis, Goodine, Moore, and Northweather. And it is Sooner basketball. Kobe's got it. He calls out the play. Wants a screen from Jalen Moore. Drives to Chandler. Kick back high to Moore. 3-pointers in the air. Air ball. Ouch. Jalen hit 4 of them last night. His first attempt tonight draws nothing. Ominous sign. Colin Chandler will bring it up for Kentucky with Owe right now getting some rest. Colin Chandler drives, lost the ball. Miles has it the other way. Chandler behind the play. Skip corner to Kobe. Fakes a 3, puts it behind his back, working on his roommate here. Can't shake Brea yet. Kobe versus Kobe, and now Elvis brings it out high. Left side of the floor. Kobe dumped to Moore. Stolen away by Carr. Bad pass. 14:35 to go in the half. Stolen by Miles the other way. 2-on-1 to Elvis. Back to Duke. Duke to the rack. Foul called. Oh, he missed the shot, but he'll go to the line. Little two-man game.
Yeah, it's a little great pass Great pass, great two-man game coming across half court. Duke got the steal, gave it up to Kobe. Kobe gave it right back to Duke, which is a good play. I mean, he had a chance for a layup and the foul right there, so that's a good play. I think if Kobe keeps that ball for half a second longer, makes a move towards the basket, gets that defender to commit towards him, then he drops the pass to Duke. Duke gets a wide-open layup.
Foul on Kobe Brea. Mark Pope upset. That is the third Kentucky team foul. What do you think he's upset about?
I think he's concerned that his guy went to the lane, drove the basketball, contact down low, no call.
He's bleeding.
And then he came back down this way, and similar contact under the basket on Duke Miles, and Duke Miles gets the whistle.
So you can see what happens here on, well, that's a play behind. Here's Duke, 2 shots. Miles, first one is up and good. 84% foul shooter on the year. Got to outscore these guys from the free throw line. You got to beat them in the free points category. And so far, OU's hit 2 free throws. Kentucky yet to go to the stripe. Miles, second. Skyward, got them both. Oklahoma trailed this game 8-0 right out of the blocks. They're back within 3 here now, though. 12-9 with 14:31 to go in the half.
Yeah, both teams with 6 points in the paint. You would expect Kentucky to live in the paint with their size, but they don't.
Fears back in, deflects the ball from Butler. Butler runs it down in half court. Butler working behind the screen, drives, got it swiped at, ball's loose, stolen by McGee. Butler took it back from him. Gives to Carr, who dunks it. Bad break. 14-9, Kentucky. Almost had a turnover. Fears for 3 the other way, in and out. That was halfway down. Oweh's got the board. OU starts 0 for 3 from 3. Brea a 3 try the other way is good. It doesn't take them long. Kobe Brea's got 7. The Wildcats have hit 3 threes already.
No, and those are almost considered fast break points. We'll see what the stat shows, but you got to get back on misses with these guys.
17-9, they're back up 8. Oweh knocks it loose from Elvis. Kobe goes to get it. Oweh dove for it, so he's down. Glenn Taylor in the corner, a pump fake and drive, stops and banks it up and in. Glenn Taylor for 2. 17-11 Kentucky.
Great dribble drive middle by Glenn Taylor. Using the backboard, got to this spot and made it.
13:20 to go in the half. Oweh on the wing. Tega met by McGee, drives him. Bounce low Garrison. Runs into McGee, who falls down. What do we got? A blocking foul on Mo McGee. He tried to take a charge, and they didn't give it to him.
Well, the 2 officials are going to talk about it. I think he had the arm out. He could get the charge call.
And the foul is going to go on McGee. It did look like Terry Oglesby was set to call the charge, but Courtney Green was quicker to the call, and he went block. The foul was on the floor. Amari Williams back in for Kentucky, and for the first time they bring in Ansley Almanor. And OU will send Sparky onto the court for the first time tonight. Dayton Forsythe is in. Another Kentucky sub now, Trent Noah, 6'5" freshman, is in. 13-10 to go in the half, 17-11 Wildcats. Lob into Almanor. He's big, but he's a shooter. He wants to shoot threes. Butler's got it at half court. He's the engine, the point guard for these guys. Butler, kick high. Noah backs up the dribble, guarded by Sparky. Right side, Williams. Butler slipped. Williams with 2 to shoot. Step back 3-pointers, a brick. That did not hit the rim, so that'll be a shot clock violation. Williams has made 1 3 all season. That's not what they wanted there.
Well, he got stuck with a grenade in his hand. It was about to go off.
That's right. Fears at half court. Drifts right on the dribble. McGee sets him a screen. He goes away from it. Fears, open. 3-pointer. Hit it. Missed it. He had a good look. 3's not falling early tonight for Jeremiah. He was hot last night. Back the other way, Almanor. Oweh. Williams up top. 12:20 to go first half. Backdoor feed. Butler got free. Missed the layup. He blew the bunny. Duke's got the rebound. Miles on the push. Pumped it half court. Got it off to Fears. He'll drive it. Jeremiah. Corner. Taylor. Taylor drives. Glenn. Kick back. Fears. 3-pointer up. Missed another one. 0 for 4. And Mo McGee called for a foul, going for the rebound, and that one hurts. That's 2.
If you're Mo McGee, I mean, You just can't afford to get in foul trouble. He's got to stay in the basketball game, and that's a tough break right there. Nothing you can do about it now. At this point, if he does happen to go back in this first half, he's got to play a good, clean basketball game. That's how he got 27 minutes last game, by staying in the game and staying out of foul trouble.
Porter Moser irate with official Courtney Green. He's still complaining about the block charge call that was Mo's first foul. Mo sits down, Northweather back in. Great feed down low to Noah for the lay-in. Amari Williams, the over-the-shoulder pass, 19-11. Forsythe, pump fake, drive, jump pass corner. Northweather fires a three. He got it. Luke Northweather hits the first Sooner triple of the night from the corner.
How about that? Great driving kick, no-look pass to the corner, and Luke nailed it.
19-14 Kentucky. Williams backing Northweather, now stops the dribble. Kick out to Perry for a three. No. Rebound tapped all the way into the backcourt. Williams will run it down. Kentucky's got another chance here. Williams, head of steam, met by Northweather, down the lane, rumbling, and they call a foul on Luke. And this will be two shots for Amari Williams after a media timeout. First foul on Northweather, fourth team foul. 11:18 to go first half here in Nashville. Kentucky 19, Oklahoma 14 will step aside. This is Sooner basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Sooner Nation, are you looking to upgrade your palace this season? Mathis Home Furniture Superstore provides superior service, a complimentary in-home design team, and the largest selection of in-stock merchandise at the lowest price with fast free delivery to Sooner fans throughout Oklahoma. Shop now at mathishome.com or stop by any of our stores in Oklahoma City or Tulsa. Mathis Home, preferred furniture sponsor of OU Athletics.
Visit our brand new bar and restaurant at the Jimmy Austin OU Golf Club. Open to the public, great food, patio, and happy hour every day from 4 to 6. We are your one-stop shop for exclusive OU apparel at the Jimmy Austin OU Golf Club, where we encourage you to golf like a champion. And for comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to SiriusXM SEC Radio, channel 374, in the car or on the all-new SiriusXM app. You can get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/SEC Radio 2025. 19-14, Kentucky in front. It feels like they should be, or they are in front by more than 5 right now. I feel like Oklahoma's kind of in okay shape here. They're not hitting shots. Kentucky is, and yet somehow it's still just a 5-point game right now.
I feel the exact same thing, and I looked up there, and it was only a 5-point game. But here's the thing. Kentucky has doubled up Oklahoma on the glass, 8-4. I mean, so you got to make sure you're blocking out. No second chance points. You're not really getting hurt on that right now, but here's the thing. Kentucky with 9 fast break points. So they're moving the ball down the floor really fast and looking to shoot the 3 ball. So you got to run these guys off the 3-point line. But, I mean, as soon as we talked about turning the ball over being so crucial in a game like this, Sooners with 3 turnovers, Kentucky with 3 turnovers. So you're even there. So you just got to continue to battle. I love the fact that the Sooners have gotten to the foul line, or 3 of 3 from the foul line. The difference is a 3-point shot. Sooners are 1 for 6 from 3, and Kentucky's 3 of 7. So you just got to guard the 3-point line. Run these guys off. Make them shoot contested 2s. Do not let them get hot from 3. They can do it, and they can do it in a hurry. You just got to run them off the 3-point line. They got a lot of shooters, and they play with so much confidence because their coach lets them shoot like that. He gives all those guys the green light, and so you got to run them off the 3-point line and make them shoot tough 2s.
He said he wants 35 3-point attempts a night. That's a lot. They rarely get to that, but that's what Mark Pope says he would like for his team to do. By the way, when this game started tonight, the PA announcer, before he's doing the starting lineups, he's greeting everybody. He says, final game of the day between the Kentucky Wildcats and the Georgia Bulldogs.
Nice.
And the OU fans all obviously voiced their displeasure. Welcome to year 1 in the SEC. All right, timeout's over. Sooners break the huddle with the freshman backcourt of Fears and Forsythe.
I think during your game this morning that you called, the announcer announces the wrong name for one of the head coaches.
He said Ole Miss head coach Chris Blair.
Yes, instead of Chris Beard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Been a long day for the PA announcer. Amari Williams at the line to shoot two. 65% foul shooter on the year. The 7-footer from England. And the first one is short. No good. I like watching this guy play.
He's good.
Yeah, this is an NBA guy right here, folks. You think?
Yeah.
He's got to work on the outside shot a little bit, but 7-footer, he's skilled. He missed both free throws. Glenn Taylor the rebound. Sooners bring it up, down 5. Fears. Slips left. Kicks back high to Northweather. Luke's hit a 3. Shovel to Forsythe. Pump fake. Kick out. Fears. He's going to shoot another 3. Oh, that was all the way down and crawled out. Kentucky called for a foul going for the rebound. It's Almanor. Fourth team foul.
I think if you're Fears, you just keep shooting it. You just keep shooting it because it's going to fall for you. You're too good of a shooter, too good of a player, and you want to get loose. Now, what I'd like to see him do is get to the basket, make a free, get fouled, get to the foul line, get 2 shots there, see those 2 go in, get to the lane and finish with one of his great layups. Those are the types of shots that give you confidence to step out beyond the arc, but still continue to shoot the basketball.
Does it look like to you they're sagging off of him, almost saying, we don't want you to drive, we'll give you the 3?
Yeah, I think so, because they know how fast he is.
Inbounds to Moore, hands it back to Jeremiah. We're under 11 minutes to go first half. Fears 0 for 5 from 3. Double high screen, he goes around both of them, left side. Picked up by Almanor, gives to Taylor. Taylor dribbles right wing. 5 to shoot. Moore's got it with 3. Off to Fears with 1. He launches a 3 at the shot clock buzzer. Missed it long. He's 0 for 6. And then a Sooner foul called going for that rebound on Glenn Taylor.
I think it was on Jalen Moore.
You're correct. Jalen Moore. First on Jalen.
Bad call. You let players play in certain instances, and then that possession right there, wasn't much contact, and Jalen Moore just went up taller than everybody else to get the rebound.
5th team foul. Sooners apply some full court pressure here. The inbounds comes to Butler, and he'll bring it up one-on-one against Forsythe. 10:36 to go in the half. Still 19-14 Kentucky. Almanor now, left side pass to Noah. Noah bounced to a posted-up Butler. Butler around the screen, into the paint, swiped at, and a reach-in foul on Duke Miles. 16 fouls now. One on Duke.
Well, there's nothing you can do about it, Sooner. So what you got to do is you got to play defense, moving your feet without fouling. Get your hands out, move your feet, play defense with your chest. Make those guys bang into your chest.
Owe will inbound on the baseline. Lobs it out to Albanor. Handoff Butler. Spins. Drives. Got deep. Couldn't get a shot up. Back out to Garrison. Owe's got it now with 10 on the shot clock. Around the screen, right wing, guarded by his good friend Jalen Moore. Tries to drive him, lost the ball, got it back. Tries to feed the cutter, threw it away. Turnover. Fears has it on a sprint. Left side Moore. Jalen, corner to Taylor. Glenn open. He'll shoot from there. Got it. Glenn Taylor a 3, and it's a 2-point game.
It was a great play right there. The best thing about it, you make Ortega be a passer.
Butler reverse layup down deep goes. Lamont Butler, their version of Kobe Elvis. In fact, they both wear number 1 in that small but very crafty around the rim. Duke Miles would fall into that category as well. 21-17 Kentucky. 9:47 to go till halftime. There was a stoppage in play here as the ball got loose after the bucket. And Bryson Goodine will come back in for Duke Miles. Now we're ready. Go Big Blue is the chant here inside Bridgestone Arena. Fears. Up high. Sprints right. Drive. Step through. Euro got bumped. Put it up, and he's fouled by Butler. He'll go to the line. That's what you want right there, Kev.
Yeah. Drive it. Show off your moves. Get some confidence going with your Euro step, Euro stop. I love that play. You go into a Euro step, then you stop and get fouled and then put the ball up. Because those guys are moving at the same time, trying to stay in front of you. And here's what you do is you get yourself to the foul line. You see the ball go in a couple of times as he makes the first one. really good free throw shooter, Jeremiah Fears, and so you kind of get the feel of the basketball. The next possession is the time to shoot the three.
Euro hezzy stop? That's a lot of words now. We'll just leave it alone.
We'll just call it Euro stop.
Fears made the first free throw. 9:35 to go in the half. Jeremiah with the black headband, anthracite leggings tonight, missed the second one.
One of your favorite players, Luka Doncic, uses that Euro stop.
Oh, boy. 21-18 Kentucky. Carr up high to Owe, right wing in front of the Sooner bench. Lob down low, Carr behind the defense, but he was being held by Glenn Taylor. At least that's the call, and this will be a 1-and-1. 7th team foul.
Yeah, the Sooners are fouling. These fouls are adding up on them. And, again, I mean, Kentucky with 5, so it's not like they're calling this thing lopsided. Sooners with 7 fouls. But what you got to do is you got to understand the Sooners don't have the depth underneath to continue to foul like this. You get too many of these post players with these 4s and 5s on the Sooners roster getting foul trouble. Get a second one by these guys, and then you're in some trouble.
Yeah, well, Gee's got 2. Northweather and Taylor now both have 1. Owe comes out, replaced by Chandler. Carr will be the free throw shooter. 78% on the year. With 9:21 to go in the half. Big 6'11" grad student missed it. They're 0 for 3 at the line, and Jalen Moore's got the rebound. Sooners can tie it with a 3-ball here. Elvis gives to Northweather. Dribbles left wing, handoff to Fears. He turns the corner. Got Chandler on his hip, drives, kicks corner. Northweather a 3 for the tie. Oh, he missed it. Great feed. Big Luke just missed it. Perry runs the other way. Brea on the handoff. Brea's been hot early. He scored 7. Bounce pass to Garrison. Garrison handoff. Perry brings it across the left side of the floor. Back to Garrison. Looks low to Carr. Now he'll lob it to him. He got deep. Pinned. Double team. Spins. Got it up anyway, and he made it. Andrew Carr.
Well, Jalen Moore recognized, hey, I'm too valuable to set a foul right here. Just keep playing. Hands up. Make him shoot a tough 2.
23-18 Kentucky. 8.5 to go first half. Fears got rid of Chandler. Stops at the free throw line. Lobs it back to Moore. Jalen. Carr fell down. Back to Fears. Fears crossover. Down the lane. Stop. Pivot. Up and under. Left-hand finish. Crawls off the rim. No good. Tried to get it around Carr and couldn't get the finish. 8:10 to go in the half. Perry, the cutter. Brea wide open for the dunk. They lost sight of Kobe Brea.
Yeah, you got to get back on defense. That guy running along the baseline is the most dangerous, and that's what Kentucky likes to do. They pitch it ahead to get it to that baseline to flatten the defense out.
25-18. Elvis on the drive. He pauses, drew the foul, missed the shot. Foul on Perry, but it'll be Kobe Elvis at the line when we come back. Timeout. 7:51 to go till halftime. Kentucky, the 6th seed here in Nashville, 25, and Oklahoma 18. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by the Oklahoma Community Cornerstone Partners of Fowler Auto Group, OG&E, OU Health, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. This is Sooner basketball from Learfield.
Game day just got better because Pizza Hut is the official pizza of OU Athletics. Sink your teeth into our hand-tossed, crispy thin crust iconic pan pizzas, loaded with mouth-watering toppings like melty mozzarella, savory pepperoni, and fresh veggies. This season, make Pizza Hut your go-to for all things OU basketball. Visit your local Pizza Hut or order online to get game day ready with the official pizza of OU Athletics. Pizza Hut, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasty is Coke Zero Sugar, the best Coke ever. Try and decide. Log on to Soonersports.com/kids for information about joining the Sooner Kids Club, presented by OG&E and brought to you in part by Orthodontics exclusively, Mathis Home, and Devon Energy. Kev?
Thanks, Drake. 7:51 to go in the first half here, and Sooners still down 25-18, and you're down 7 at this point. You got to stay connected here. This last part of this first half, you got to stay connected. Sooners still getting doubled up on the glass, 12-6, and now they're getting doubled up in the points in the paint, 16-8, and that's where Kentucky's kind of, the difference in the ballgame. They're making shots in the paint now. It was a 3-ball out front that they got so many early on, hit 3 or 4 of them early, or hit 3 of their first 4 early, and now they've come down from 3, but they've gone inside and they're getting shots right inside, right at the basket, and Kobe Brea running along that baseline, got him a dunk. So you got to sprint back. That's the biggest lesson learned here. Every one of those timeouts, the coaching staff for the Sooners need to tell those guys, make or miss, you've got to sprint back. Kentucky wants to push it. They want to play fast. They want to get out in the fast break. Kentucky with 13 fast break points already. So you got to get back on defense. Don't let them score early in the shot clock.
Jeremiah spectacular last night. Rough start tonight. He's 1 for 8, 0 for 6 from 3. The kind of the marquee matchup going into tonight, Fears and Owe. Owe's got 3 points. Fears has 3 points. Kind of always works that way, doesn't it? Everybody's focused on one matchup, and it's 2 other guys that end up being the stars of the night. Long ways to go in this one, though. 7:51 to play, first half. And Kobe Elvis will be at the stripe when play resumes.
Sooners have missed a couple of chippies right at the basket, and they've gotten fouled on them, Toby. So no, I'm not complaining here, but those are shots you got to make. Those are layups right at the basket, and it's so hard to get layups, especially against a team as big as Kentucky. So if you do get them, you got to figure out a way to put them in.
Kobe, 72% foul shooter on the year. Been red hot from 3. Over the last 6 games, he shot 52% from three-point range. Going to get to scoot in a little closer for this one, though. 15 feet to be exact. As official Courtney Green bounces in the basketball. Kobe fakes the shooting motion, now dribbles. And he puts the first of 2 up, and no good, too hard. Warren Cat is a proud sponsor of Sooner Athletics. Contact us today for your earth-moving and power generation needs. Search Warren Cat. Sooners 4 of 6 at the line early on. Kentucky 0 for 3. Elvis with another. I think Otega was looking over here at us. Second one is good for Elvis.
I missed him, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was grinning and winking at us over here. 25-19. Elvis has 3 points. Owe will bring it up. Goodine defending. Gives to Carr right side. Handoff Chandler. Chandler drifting around to pick. He's going to launch a high arcing 3. Missed it. Rebound falls into the hands of Fierce. 7.5 to go. Goodine left side. Sooners down 6. Back to Jeremiah. Guarded by Owe. Great matchup. Sprints right. Kick back left to Northweather. On the handoff, Elvis has it. Now Goodine. Elvis at half court with 12. Kobe wants a screen. Northweather sets it for him. He's got Carr on him now. Out to Fierce with 6. Jeremiah bumped by Chandler. Bumped again. Forced it up. Bumped again. Got it to go. Never got the call, but he made it somehow. Fierce has 5.
What a move. What a move. Just continued to battle.
Didn't say a word either. Didn't complain a bit. Just said, let's go down and play defense. 25-21. Chandler baseline drive. Shovel to Owe. Stripped by Goodine on the way up. Great hands. It'll be Kentucky ball.
You think he didn't say a word.
Well, I watched him walk down. He just kind of jogged backwards. He might have mumbled something, but I think he's showing good composure. As physical as they are with him, I would lose my cool a lot quicker than he does. I'll tell you
sure.
that.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt.
Owe, baseline inbound, 6:51 to go in the half. Lob out to Carr. Hand to Perry. Brea now. Posted up, Amari Williams out at the 3-point arc. He turns quickly on Northweather. Got down deep. His pass deflected, but Owe runs it down in the corner with 6. Owe into Goodine. Double team comes. Bounce out to Perry with 3. 28-foot 3 in the air is short. Jalen Moore the rebound. 25-21 Kentucky. Sooners on the run. Elvis veers left, and now he'll set up. Crossover. Kobe. Kick back to Northweather. Over to Fears. Jeremiah works on Williams. Down the lane. Stop. Lob back out to Moore. Jalen drives Otega to the rim. Banged. Put it in. Jalen Moore makes it a 2-point game.
That was a great move right there. I'm usually not a fan of the dip through, the double clutch shot right there, especially if you're Jalen Moore. Go up and go score over the top of somebody.
First 2 for Jalen, 25-23 Wildcats. Williams hands to Brea. Brea steps left, inside the arc, swiped at by Moore. Brea got it back. He'll shoot a 3. No good. Rimmed it out. Jalen Moore grabs another rebound. It's his 4th. 2 to tie, 3 for the lead. Elvis with Brea on his hip. Down the lane, got swiped out of bounds by Brea. It'll be Sooner ball on the baseline.
Sooners are playing some really good defense down there on that end. Garden staying down in their stands. I think one thing the Sooners can work on is having Luke Northweather take one step back. He's trying to crowd out Amari Williams, which you want to guard right there so he can't get his vision going, but he's going to put it on the floor and get around you and get a foul. So take half a step back even, Luke, and use your big arms and long arms to deflect the pass.
5:40 to go in the half. More to Elvis on the wing. Kobe guarded by Perry. See if he likes this matchup. Around the screen. Now he's got Carr on him. Now to shoot 3-pointer. Kobe for the lead. Got it! And the Sooners lead it. Let's see if they counted that as a 2 or 3. They say 2-pointer. They want to review it. Carr the other way. Missed the 3. Kobe's got the rebound. For now, it's a 2-pointer for Elvis. We're tied at 25. Kobe behind his back right in front of us. 5:15 to go in the half. Skip back. Northweather. Pump fake. High to Kobe. Doesn't shoot. Drives instead. Down the lane. One-handed floater. Too hard. Oh, he got deep position and missed one.
It was a great shot.
5 minutes to go. 25 all. Williams slipped pass down the lane. Brea bobbled it. Covered it. Kick out. Noah for 3. No. Fears the one-handed rebound. Fears head of steam. Crossover down the lane to the rim. Layup good. Jeremiah to the rack. And now the Sooners are in front by a pair. Fears has 7. Timeout, Kentucky.
Well, Fears is hollering now. He just went to his team and told them all, let's go. That's a great play right there. And again, the Sooners are doing a really good job defensively, and that's how they've gotten themselves a little bit of a lead here, 27-25 with 4:41 to go.
MidFirst Bank is a premier partner of OU Athletics and your exclusive home for the OU Visa credit and debit card. Visit midfirst.com/Sooners for details. MidFirst Bank, member FDIC. Jeremiah's got the offense going a little bit, not hitting the 3 ball, but he's starting to take it to the rack like you wanted him to. But Kobe Elvis kind of controlling this game right now.
Yeah, he is. And I love the fact that Kobe Elvis comes in, plays with, they did count that as a 3-pointer. So 28-25 Sooners. Well, on our screen it says. We'll see. But no, playing with Kobe Elvis and Jeremiah Fears have been a dynamic backcourt the last few weeks of this season, because I think Jeremiah puts a lot of pressure on himself, and so Kobe can take the pressure off and be another ball handler out there, but also Jeremiah's playing off the ball, so he can say, I can attack it as being more of a scorer instead of a distributor, and so that's why you see him inching toward 30 points almost every night the last couple of weeks, because he's able to play off the ball with Kobe Elvis.
They have changed it back to 27-25, so 2-point shot. Inbounds to Williams. Williams drives Northweather to the rim, step through, a lot of contact, no call, missed it. Goodine the rebound. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Goodine to Northweather. Luke pivots, gets it back to Kobe at half court. Sooners by 2. 4:25 to go in the half. Pull up 3. Elvis. Long. Had a good look at it, but missed it. Noah's got the board for Kentucky. Hands to Williams, top of the key. Big guy, lobs to Owe. Owe baseline, got around more. Crashes into Goodine, drew the foul, and Ortega put it in. And a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, that was what Ortega wants to do. He wants to rip the ball. If he catches on either wing, he wants to rip it and go baseline. So you got to know that. That's the scouting report. The first thing on him is he's going to rip and go baseline. Either side he catches the ball on. So when you see that, load up that side. Make him be a passer. Make him get rid of it. You've seen the Sooners force a couple of turnovers here lately just because the Sooners have been in the right spot defensively. Not because they're reaching and things like that. Just be in the right spot and make Kentucky give you the basketball.
The referee just went over and asked Jeremiah Fears to tuck his shirt tail in. Meanwhile, the guy shooting free throws has a shirt tail out. The shirt tail thing bothers me. Who cares? Let him play. Free throw's good by Owe. He's got 6. We can wear pink and purple and green shoes, but let's tuck our shirt tails in, boys. 28-27 Kentucky. 4 minutes to go in the half. Fears. Left wing in front of Mark Pope. Crossed over Perry. Went right by him. Got deep. Kick corner. Goodine, a quick trigger three. No good. Rebound Kentucky.
You sound like the old grumpy man. Get off my front yard.
It's just dumb. I just don't like dumb things. Jump stop. Perry. Nowhere to go. Gives it out to Owe. 3:40 to go in the half. Garrison in the post. Finds Owe down the lane. He got fouled again. He missed it this time, but Goodine's going to pick up his second on a reach-in. Free throws for Ortega after a timeout. 3:35 to go first half. Good first half. It's a one-point game here in Nashville. Kentucky 28, Oklahoma 27. This is Sooner basketball from Learfield.
People have been yelling at us online for years to bring back the Whataburger Monterey Melt, and we're finally doing it. The Monterey Melt is back with 2 slices of melty cheese, grilled peppers and onions, and jalapeno ranch, all on 2 fresh beef patties. We didn't do it because of the comments, posts, replies, emails, or vaguely threatening letters. You can't tell us what to do. You're not in charge of us. Our boss is. And she said to bring it back. The Monterey Melt is back at Whataburger. Available for a limited time. What a burger!
At OG&E, for you to seize your day, it's up to us to keep your power on. That's why we're building a smarter grid that stops outages before they happen. In 2023 alone, these automated restorations saved more than 6.2 million customer minutes of interruption. But energy is about more than electricity. That's why with our partners, we've provided $100 million in customer bill assistance since 2021. Because at OG&E, we energize life.
The University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners, Anheuser-Busch, Fletcher's Original Corny Dogs, Coca-Cola, The Baked Bear, Community Coffee, Taco Mayo, Wonderful, and Boomerang Diner. All right, during this timeout, they finally did go review that Kobe Elvis shot, a McIntyre Law review, and they have given him a three-pointer. So we are now tied. Hey, you like that, Kev? You go to a timeout down one, you come out of the timeout tied. Those are good.
Pretty good.
McIntyre Law, Noble McIntyre Law, the law firm you should turn to for all your personal injury needs. So the Sooners led by Fears with 7, Elvis with 6, Taylor with 5. For Kentucky, Brea's got 9, Carr has 7, and it's 28 all with 3:35 to go till halftime. Oklahoma's gone a long time, and you would assume the rest of the half without Mo McGee, and they're holding up okay right now. Don't give them a run going into the locker room, Kevin.
Yeah, I tell you what, and as rough as the start of this ball game was, you had didn't even get a shot up. You had Jeremiah Fears had to shoot one, and it was almost a shot clock violation on him. Mo McGee caught the ball underneath the basket. Instead of going up and trying to score it, he lost it right there, and it was a turnover. I mean, the Sooners had a bad start. 3 turnovers, right off the bat. They've had 0 turnovers the last 2 segments combined. So really good, still with just 3 turnovers, and Kentucky with 4. What they're doing is they're just sitting down in a good defensive stance. I think the Sooners need to give everybody a little bit of room, and I say that for a number of reasons. One, I don't want these guys to get in foul trouble, so give them an arm's distance. Give them an arm's length. Yes, it might make it a little bit easier for guys like Amari Williams to see around you and make passes and whatnot, but you don't want to get too close and squirt him past you, and then you end up picking up a foul. So you want to give these guys a little bit of room.
After review, the 2-point shot at 5:30 by Oklahoma has been overturned. It is a 3-point field goal.
That's Terry Oglesby.
Yeah, great call right there. Glad to get an extra point out of that possession. But you want to give them a little bit of extra room. One, like I was saying, you don't want to pick up a foul, and I think it keeps them off of you because if you're too close, these Kentucky bigs can put it on the floor and get around you, especially if you're Luke Northweather and Mo McGee.
3 of the 4 quarterfinal matchups for tomorrow are set. Game 1 at noon tomorrow is the top seed Auburn against Ole Miss. Game 2, Tennessee and Texas. Has Texas done enough here in Nashville to get into the big tournament? They've won 2 games here. They beat Texas A&M in double overtime today as Owe hits the first foul shot. And Game 3, 6 o'clock tomorrow night, will be the 2 seed Florida against Missouri. Missouri beat Florida in Gainesville earlier this year. Owe missed the second. Glenn Taylor the rebound. Final game of the day. Number 3 Alabama awaits the winner of this one. We got 3.5 to go till halftime. 29-28 Kentucky. Fears. Directing traffic left side of the floor. Brings it middle. Crossover. Down the lane. Swiped at. Stolen. And there's a lot of contact. Out to Owe. Owe stepped through. Layup missed. Tip is in. Noah tipped it home. 31-28 Kentucky.
Jeremiah's frustrated. He's telling Terry Oglesby that he grabbed my arm, which I agree with.
Duke Miles spins, and he got it knocked loose and stolen by Elway, and then they're going to call a foul on Miles trying to get it back.
Yeah, and that's what the Sooners need to give to Otega Oweh. When he starts putting his head down trying to get to the basket, Otega's leaving his man and going to double team and stealing the ball from behind. Sooners need to adopt some of that same method when they're on defense, especially if Tega gets the basketball.
And that's 10 team fouls, so double bonus. Duke's second. So Goodine, McGee, and Miles all now with 2 fouls. Owe will shoot 2. Otega, 78% foul shooter on the year. That's an area he's improved on significantly this year. Makes the first. He was named second team All-SEC. And he is now over 1,000 career points. He needed 1 point coming into tonight to reach that milestone. He's got 8. And a chance for another here with 2:58 to go till halftime. Made them both.
Otega's a scorer from all 3 levels. Obviously, he can get to the rim and dunk on you. He shoots floaters and things around the paint and around the lane, but he's also expanded his game out to the three-point line. On top of that, he gets to the foul line a ton and makes a bunch of free throws.
33-28, Kentucky back up 5. Elvis to Fears, guarded by Garrison. Jeremiah likes the matchup. Gives it up, though, to Taylor in the corner. He'll drive the baseline. Pivot back out. Pass to Fears. Three-pointer in the air. Bam! There's Jeremiah's first from downtown. 10 first half points for the kid.
It's a good play right there. He gave up the first one, got it back from Glenn Taylor and put it in.
33-31. Wildcats. Garrison. Kick back Bray. A long 3-ball answer. No. Back iron miss. Fears the rebound. His third. 2 to tie. 3 for the lead for OU in Anthracite tonight. Elvis up high. Lob to Fears. Has an alley. Back to Kobe. Elvis. They're working a 2-man game. Gives it back to Jeremiah with 2 minutes to go in the half. Crossover into Chandler. Down the lane. Corner to Taylor. Pump fake. Flyby. Drive and a foul. Chandler reached in on Glenn Taylor. This should be free throws. 1:55 to go in the half. It will be. Glenn Taylor headed to the line.
Great move right there. And the Sooners, again, they're keeping it simple. They got double high ball screen or a single ball screen out top. They're running 2-man game out top, finding angles once Kentucky switches, and Kentucky switches 5 a lot. So you'll have Garrison on a guard out there. If that guard feels like they can get downhill and go score, take advantage of that. If not, just step back and shoot the 3.
76% free throw shooter this year, Glenn Taylor. First one is too hard. Back iron miss. What'd you not like there? I saw your reaction.
Well, Glenn, as he took his dribbles, he didn't even look up at the basket before he was already in his motion shooting. At least pause and get your eyes focused on the basket. He's looking down as he bends down and takes his dribbles right there. He's seeing the floor, which is about 3 feet away because how low he gets. But when he looks up at the rim that's 15 feet away, his eyes have to adjust.
Made the second one. Not to mention with him, his hair could get in his eyes. Glenn's got 6. Makes it a 1-point game, 33-32. I mean, he's got a lot of hair, Ken. Chandler high to Carr. Gives to Tega in front of the Sooner bench. Holding. Off to Chandler. Around the pick. Chandler. Pull up. Left elbow jumper. Short. Rebound batted around, and the Sooners come out of there with it. Glenn Taylor grabs it.
Great defense.
1:37 to go in the half. Bucket here gives OU the lead. Fears backdoor to Kobe. Under the rim. Avoids the shot blocker. Puts up the fadeaway floater. Kobe puts OU in front.
How about that shot right there? Shot faked it first, spun around, and then shot the floater.
Owe bangs into Elvis. They call a block on Elvis. I mean, he just crashed into him at 100 miles an hour, and he might have given him a chicken wing as well. But Kobe called for the block. Tough call there. Owe will shoot 2. Sooners up 34-33, 1:21 to go.
This is what James Harden used to do. I mean, just run full speed. What's the defense to do right there?
They just showed the replay on the big screen, and I love Tega, but he just elbowed Kobe as hard as he could, and they called the foul on Kobe.
I mean, I don't know what else Kobe was to do in that position. Yes, his feet weren't set, but he didn't have a chance to get his feet set, and Tega's arm was going out.
First free throw's good. Owe now with 10. And he ties the game at 34 all. Owe has scored 5 of his 10 points at the free throw line, make it 6 of 11, made them both here.
Yeah, he's their leading scorer, second team all-conference, 16 or 17 a game, but he gets a ton from the line.
35-34 Kentucky. Fears up high, behind his back. Step back, sheds Williams, shoots over him, made it. Jeremiah's cooking now. He's got 12. Sooners back in front, 36-35.
Love the side ball screen, push it right to the middle.
1:05 to go in the half. Williams down to the post to Carr, spinning, kick out. Chandler, 3, right wing, no. And rebound is saved by Owe into the corner. Brea for 3, yes.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen on offensive rebounds. You force Chandler to shoot a deep 3. He didn't want to shoot it. You made him shoot it. You got to get the rebound.
38-36 Kentucky, and Kobe Elvis fouled by Otega Owe, and that's 2 on Tega. This will be a 1-and-1 for Elvis.
Yeah, great play right there by Kobe. Felt the contact and just kept going, kept riding him until they called the foul.
42 seconds to go in the half. Kentucky by 2. Elvis with 8 first-half points. He's playing great. It is Trent Noah checking back in for Otega Owe, who will sit down with those 2 fouls. Kobe, 1 of 2 at the line this half. And the front end of the 1-and-1 is good. And the second one could tie it. Jalen Moore back in for Glenn Taylor. So the Sooners have Fears, Forsythe, and Elvis. And then the front court is Moore and Northweather. Terry Oglesby steps in and says something to Amari Williams. Now Kobe's got the basketball. Second one skyward. That one's good as well, and we're tied. Elvis with 10. 38 all. 12 seconds between game and shot clock here. Chandler brings it up. Met by Elvis. Gives to Williams at the right elbow. Holding. Lobbing to Carr. Carr backing his way down the lane. Finds Williams on the dive, and he dunks it. Big man to big man there.
Yeah, that's a set play. Kentucky likes to go to that. Carr's a good passer in his own right, and Amari Williams just can get around just about anybody down low.
Shot clock's off, 10 seconds. Kentucky up 2. Fears at half court with 6. He wants the shot with 5. Jeremiah wants the lead. Fadeaway 3 blocked by Carr, and we're at halftime. His 3-point attempt was blocked by Andrew Carr, and Kentucky leads at 40-38 at the break.
Well, Andrew Carr is feeling good about himself. One, he got a pass down there, led to a dunk, and then that time he feels like he did a good job on Jeremiah Fears. Jeremiah just did not get the separation he needed. He'll work on that. He'll think about that in the locker room. Come out the second half. Expect him to get the separation here in the second half.
18,000 in blue. Kentucky well rested, but the Sooners have been up to the challenge in the first 20 minutes. It's a 2-point game here in Nashville. Round 2 of the SEC tournament at halftime. Kentucky 40 and Oklahoma 38. The River Wind Casino halftime report is next. This is Sooner basketball from Learfield.
It's your lucky day every day here at Riverwind Casino.
With nearly 3,000 of your favorite games. Plus the best rewards program in the Metro. Use your wild card to win big in our $80,000 Golden Clovers giveaway.
Party like a VIP in a private lounge at the Showplace Theater.
We've got the best of the best, and we'll see you at Riverwind.
Homeland brings savings, and Sooner wins home all season long. Homeland and Game Day delivered by DoorDash brings you all the essentials right to your door. From tailgating treats to armchair quarterback snacks, we've got everything that you need. Order now and enjoy the freshness and savings Homeland is known for. Homeland and Sooner Game Day delivered by DoorDash.
Whether it's a long line at the amusement park,
45 minutes.
waiting to get inside the club, or getting stuck at the DMV. Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care. Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More of what you need now. Visit mercynow.net.
Hey Sooner fans, a game-changing year is upon us. Call it your staycation destination. Your Beat the Heat retreat. Your after-sport resort with indoor and outdoor pools, thrilling rides, restaurants, spa, swim-up bar, and more. We just call it Okana. And it opens soon, just east of downtown OKC, right on the river. Okana Resort and Indoor Water Park. Learn more at okanaresort.com.
On the Sooner Sports Network from Learfield, Sooner Basketball is brought to you by OU Health, proud to be Oklahoma's flagship academic health system. The people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas. Pizza Hut, the official pizza of the Sooners. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. And by Coca-Cola, crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasting. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. This is the Riverwind Casino Halftime Show. Riverwind Casino. Good times, great rewards.
We've had now 4 good basketball games today here in the Bridgestone Arena. This one's shaping up to be like the first 3. It's a 2-point game at halftime. Kentucky leads at 40-38. I kind of feel pretty good about things right now, Kev. I feel like that, Fears wasn't hitting his shot in the first half. He's probably gotten some better basketball in front of him. You had to play most of that half without Mo McGee. There's 18,000 people in here. They came out of the gates 8-0, and here we are, 2-point game at halftime. You feel good? You feel okay?
No, for sure. Yeah, I think the Sooners are in a good spot. This is actually where you want to be. If you go in the locker room down 2, you come out with a little bit of a chip on your shoulder. If you go in the locker room up 4, up 6, something like that, then you kind of think, oh, you got it made. Especially with these guys in Kentucky. They're a good team, no doubt about it, but they're very beatable. I mean, they went 10-8 in conference this year, so it's not like they were, knocking people out at 18-0 or whatever else. So I think the Sooners are in a good spot. Move the basketball offensively, knock down a few more shots. Didn't shoot the ball well. 4 of 15 from 3, not great. Had 10 threes at halftime last night. So they'll make some more shots here in the second half. But I think defensively, you found something. Just sit down and guard. You don't have to go for steals and try to, steal the ball from these guys. They'll give it to you if you just sit down in a stance and be in the right spot at the right time.
Potential injury of note. Mark Pope told ESPN Television at halftime that his point guard, Lamont Butler, is getting imaging done at halftime. I'm not sure on what. Maybe that shoulder that's been bothering him all year. Butler didn't play much of the last part of that first half, so we'll see whether or not he's available to go in the second. 40-38, Kentucky leads at Sooner Basketball. Halftime report is presented by the Riverwind Casino. Good times, great rewards. Drake will have a scoreboard for you here in Nashville when we come back. This is Sooner Basketball from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Don't miss out on OKC's hottest entertainment at the Showplace Theater with acts like Boys to Men, April 18th. America, April 26th. Patti LaBelle, May 2nd. And Scotty McCreery, May 10th. Riverwind is OKC America's favorite casino experience.
It's 3 a.m. You could be ordering Whataburger, but you're not. You're staring at the ceiling thinking about that one time in 2003 when you told the whole class that your dad was personal friends with George Washington and that he sends you Christmas presents. Wouldn't you rather be eating a honey butter chicken biscuit? Crispy chicken drizzled with sweet honey butter sauce, all wrapped up with a fresh biscuit. And it's available at Whataburger, 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. Think about breakfast, not George Washington. What a burger.
At OG&E, for you to seize your day, it's up to us to keep your power on. That's why we're building a smarter grid that stops outages before they happen. In 2023 alone, these automated restorations saved more than 6.2 million customer minutes of interruption. But energy is about more than electricity. That's why with our partners, we've provided $100 million in customer bill assistance since 2021. Because at OG&E, we energize life.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Oklahoma. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Welcome back to Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. Sooners trail it at the half, 40-38 to the Kentucky Wildcats. It's now time for Scoreboard Central, presented by Coca-Cola. Looking at what it is that's happened so far in the SEC tournament today, lots of great games. There's also dogs doing double dutch right in front of me, which is very distracting, Kevin Henry. But very entertaining day of basketball today. Day 2 of the SEC tournament. Game 1 was absolutely a thriller. You have a buzzer beater as Arkansas and Ole Miss match up in that first game. A guy that has made a lot of big shots this year for the Rebels, Champadula. He hits a game winner, three-pointer. He had gone 0 for 6 at that point in the game. Hits his first 3 of the game late in the contest, but also a lot of foul trouble for him. Didn't get a lot of minutes in the game. They win. Ole Miss does 83-80. They now get to take on, we'll talk about the schedule for tomorrow as well, but they get the number 1 team in the nation in the next round. Game 2 of the day, it was a slugfest between two gridiron rivalry type of teams out of the Lone Star State, Texas, and Texas A&M. Texas, very different circumstances from A&M. A&M's firmly in the dance, looking to just improve their seeding. Texas fighting for their lives in the tournament. Entering the day, they were the first team out of the tournament. They go into double overtime, led by Trey Johnson's 20 points. Didn't have an efficient game scoring, shooting-wise, by any means for Texas, but UT goes and gets the win, 94-89 over Texas A&M. After the win, according to ESPN's Joe Lenardi, Texas now the last team into the field of 68. And then the opening contest for the evening session here at the SEC tournament on this Thursday, it was Mississippi State and Mizzou. It was a very close matchup for much of that game, but Mizzou pulls away late, led by Tamar Bates, who led all scorers with 25. Mizzou, they go and win that matchup 85-73, and of course, like I said, 40-38. That's what Kentucky leads OU by at the half at this juncture. Also, an update as far as bracketology goes, the Sooners squarely in the field, not even listed amongst the last 4 buys of the field of 68. And we'll go over some of the matchups for Friday as well. Top 4 seeds, they are back in action. Auburn, Tennessee, Florida, and Alabama. You're listening to the Riverwind Halftime Report. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Sooner Basketball from Learfield.
It's your lucky day every day here at Riverwind Casino.
With nearly 3,000 of your favorite games. Plus the best rewards program in the Metro. Use your wild card to win big in our $80,000 Golden Clovers giveaway.
Party like a VIP in a private lounge at the Showplace Theater.
We've got the best of the best, and we'll see you at Riverwind.
Hey, Sooner fans, a game-changing year is upon us. Call it your staycation destination. Your beat the heat retreat. Your after-sport resort with indoor and outdoor pools, thrilling rides, restaurants, spa, swim-up bar, and more. We just call it Okana. And it opens soon, just east of downtown OKC, right on the river. Okana Resort and Indoor Water Park. Learn more at okanaresort.com.
At Brahms, we offer more than just burgers, shakes, and fries. We have an entire fresh market for your everyday grocery needs, from farm fresh milk to meats, freshly baked breads, and produce. We also carry a wide variety of our premium ice cream, frozen yogurt, and sherbet. And with Brahms delivery trucks running 7 days a week, our items are always fresh. Stop by your neighborhood Brahms Fresh Market for an incredibly fast, incredibly convenient grocery shopping experience, so you can spend more time on things that matter most.
Champions know the value of preparation, commitment, and choosing the right team. Just ask Oklahoma stars Kinsey Hansen and Kobe McKenzie.
Kobe and I know a thing or two about great teams, and when it came to finding the perfect engagement ring, BC Clark was the clear MVP.
From the moment I walked in, I knew I was in the right place. BC Clark treated us like family, from the quality, the service, and the experience.
Every love story deserves a championship ring. I am Coleman Clark. BC Clark is proud to be a sponsor of OU Athletics.
40-38 Kentucky at halftime. Quick look at the first half stats. For OU, Fears 12, Elvis 10 to lead the way. Taylor 6 off the bench. They got 3 points each from Mo McGee and Luke Northweather. Jalen Moore only 2 points, but a team-high 4 rebounds. Duke Miles had 2. Bryson Goodine yet to score in this game. He's only taken 1 shot. Kentucky led by Kobe Brea with 12, Otega Owe 11. They got 7 points from Andrew Carr, 4 points and a game-high 6 rebounds off the bench from Trent Noah. And Lamont Butler has scored 2. He played only 8 minutes. Left with injury. Is he warming up out there, Kev? I don't see Lamont Butler anywhere. Nope. Not sure he's going to play. We'll take a break. Second half coming up next here in Nashville. Kentucky leads it by 2. This is Sooner basketball from Learfield.
Game day just got better because Pizza Hut is the official pizza of OU Athletics. Sink your teeth into our hand-tossed, crispy thin crust iconic pan pizzas, loaded with mouth-watering toppings like melty mozzarella, savory pepperoni, and fresh veggies. This season, make Pizza Hut your go-to for all things OU basketball. Visit your local Pizza Hut or order online to get game day ready with the official pizza of OU Athletics. Pizza Hut, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Did you know your current windows could be costing you money and energy? Most homes are built with lesser quality, builder-grade windows that aren't made for the Oklahoma weather, lacking the energy efficiency your home needs. Red River Windows can help elevate your home's curb appeal while also giving you significant energy bill savings and tax rebates. Our vinyl windows are high-quality, cost-effective, and energy-efficient windows that meet Energy Star standards. Get windows that save you money and energy with Red River Windows by calling us at 405-330-0025 today.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed the musty smell in your home? I hope not, because damp smells mean that you could have a crawl space problem. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your crawl space and get to the root cause of the problem. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you. So why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. To get started, find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See if he likes this matchup. Round the screen. Now he's got Carr on him. 9 to shoot. 3-pointer. Kobe for the lead. Got it! And the Sooners lead it. 40-38 Kentucky as we get set for the second half. Kev, I need a second half difference maker presented by Mercy.
Mo McGee's got to get going. I mean, he's got to stay out of foul trouble. He's going to be your guy that's going to set the tone here early in the second half. He has to come out, play smart basketball, inspired basketball, and just really do a good job on both ends. He's so important for the Sooners this second half.
Mo, because of foul trouble, only played 5 minutes in the first half. Second half difference maker presented by Mercy. At Mercy, your life is our life's work. Let's pause quickly, 10 seconds for our fine affiliates to identify themselves. It's 11 o'clock, folks. This is Sooner basketball from Learfield. This has been the Sooner Basketball Halftime Report presented by the Riverwind Casino. Riverwind Casino, good times, great rewards. Toby Rowland, Kevin Henry, Drake Dykin back with you courtside in Nashville. Kevin and Drake have eaten their weight in hot chicken sandwiches already this week, and they'd like a couple more tomorrow.
That's
if the Sooners could pull off a win. 20 minutes away at least, we'll see. It's a 2-point game, Kev.
Yeah, no, I mean, we would like to go to Hattie B's or Prince's. We hadn't been to Prince's. We've been to Hattie B's twice already, so we would like another lunch or
motivation enough, I believe, for the boys to get it done.
Yep.
All right, Sooners are going to start the second half the way they started the game for Kentucky. They will not. No Lamont Butler still. I do not see him on the bench either. Do you?
No.
Chandler starts at point guard for them, and he's got the ball on the inbound. Kentucky moving right in front of us to the basket to the right. Williams holds. McGee on him up high. Handoff Brea. Brea had 12 at halftime. Gives to Owe. Owe drives on Miles. Free throw line down the lane. Short floater up. Left it short. Rebound McGee in traffic. Fears will bring it up. A pedestrian 12 first half points for Jeremiah Fears.
Calm.
Goodines got it on the handoff. He's yet to score. Bounce to Mo. He'll bring it left side and give to Miles. Now more a touch. Everybody's touched it. Jalen with 10 to shoot. Back to Jeremiah. Fears guarded by Chandler. He can't hold it. With 7. Fears barrels into him. Sheds him. Out to Moore with 5. Jalen baseline drive. Deep. Forced it up. Left it short. Rebound on the deck. And Chandler picks it up for Kentucky. Both teams empty first possession second half.
Yeah, not a good one for the Sooners right there. I thought they could have gotten a better shot than that.
Williams swipe by, gives corner. 3 ball, Carr, no. Goodine could block out on Owe. Miles down the left flank. 1 minute gone by. Takes it to the baseline. One-handed bank shot missed by Duke. And Kentucky's got this board. Push ahead. Owe ahead of the pack. Stripped by Miles. Got it back. Put it up. Missed it. Jalen Moore the rebound. Tega wanted a foul. Ahead of the pack. Fears. No numbers. He'll go anyway. Kick behind him to McGee. Bank shot good. How did he see him?
He knew he was there from earlier. He didn't see him. He just knew he was there. He remembered him being there.
Unbelievable pass. 40-40 tie. Williams. Corner. Carr. He's going to try the same shot again, and he airballed it this time. Fears rebound. Sooners could take the lead. Push ahead. Jalen Moore into the right corner. Drives into the paint. Jump stop. Left-hand finish. Stumbled and missed the shot. Left it way short. Looked like he blew a tire. Williams brings it up. Gives to Tega. Right corner. Owe drives. Veers into Miles, and they call a reach-in foul on Duke. His third.
Yeah, that was the right call. And Duke, what he's doing, he's trying to reach from behind with both hands, and that's just not a smart play. I mean, you see a lot of guys poke the ball from behind and things like that, but if you try to reach in with both hands like that, the referee's standing right along the baseline. They're going to see that one.
Kobe, who played very good first half, had 10 points. He's back in, replacing Duke with those 3 fouls. 18:01 to go in the game, tied at 40. Lob into Carr. High to Chandler. Chandler running the point now. Brea's got it. Gives to Williams. Posted up just inside the arc. Amari Williams. Flip past Brea. Skip out Chandler. Right wing 3. Chandler. Good. 28% three-point shooter. That's his first bucket tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to let him get started from out there, but that one, you can live with that shot because you don't want to give up anything inside.
43-40. Big Blue Nation trying to help out the team in white jerseys here. Out to Fears. Against Chandler, drives him, got bumped and fouled. Chandler just chucked him. That's his second. I mean, there's no way, no offense, Colin Chandler, there's no way on this planet or any of the others, Colin Chandler can stay in front of Jeremiah Fears.
No way. And so you got to run your offense through Jeremiah. Even though that Kobe's in or may kick it ahead to Duke or whatever else, if you don't have anything right off the bat, run your secondary break through Jeremiah Fears. Let him get a touch.
17:28 to go in the game. 43-40 Wildcats. Inbounds to Elvis. Fakes the pass. Gives it to McGee. Got it back. Kobe drives. Stops in the paint. Kick back. Fears. Pump fake. He'll drive in. Got deep. Floats off the glass. Around and in. He got the roll. Fears.
He's so good at using the backboard on those shots, Toby. And I don't know if he's been doing that all season. It seems like it's kind of a new thing, putting off the glass from the middle.
He's got 14 now. 1 point Kentucky lead. Brea. Left side, pull up 17-footer. It's good. Kobe Bryant. He's got 14. 45-42 Kentucky. McGee to Fears. Behind the screen for a three ball. Rattled out on it. Carr the rebound for the Wildcats. Owe brings it up. Kentucky by 3. Tega at the free throw line. Out to Carr. Carr drives. Skip pass, left side. Chandler for another 3 try. That one glanced off the rim. Moore the rebound and the push. Skip pass ahead to Fears. Layup good. He was falling out of bounds. He fell back from underneath the backboard and threw it off the glass and in.
Well, he caught a bad pass. I know what Jalen Moore's trying to do. It may make SportsCenter, but that was a tough pass, and Jeremiah Fears caught it and laid it in.
Jalen, if you're listening, great pass, buddy. Great pass. 45-44 Kentucky. Owe, Goodine falls. Owe drives, got deep. His shot's missed. He crashes to the floor. More of the rebound. Push. Jalen all the way to the rim over Carr. Missed it. McGee's there. Brings it down. Puts it back up and in. And the Sooners are in front. Mo McGee's got 7. 46-45. They are letting them play. Refs say it's late. We want to go to bed. No more fouls. Williams slapped away from behind by McGee, out of bounds. It'll be Kentucky ball after a timeout.
Great play right there on Mo McGee. Again, you close out with high hands on Amari Williams, and if he does try to go around you, which he's done a couple of times, poke it from behind, see if you can knock it out of bounds.
46-45, Dari Noka's Sooners leading the Kentucky Wildcats with 15:38 to go. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by OU Community Cornerstone Partners, Fowler Auto Group, OG&E, OU Health, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. This is Sooner basketball from Learfield.
Cruise In Auto Spa, Norman's Car Wash, Detail, and Oil Change Center, where you can get the 7-day clean car guarantee. Now you can join the Cruise In Mobile Text Club. Text OU Free Wash to 855-592-0764 and receive a free car wash courtesy of Cruise In Auto Spa. Located at 1235 West Main in Norman, make sure to visit their website for more information, cruisinautospa.com. Messaging and data rates may apply.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a Tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, Sooner fans, college basketball is here. No matter where you're watching this season, be sure to buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis. Boomer Sooner, enjoy Dos Equis responsibly, imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York. The best place to gear up for game day is the Sooner Shop, the official fan shop of OU Athletics. Visit them in-store on the west side of Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium or online at shop.soonersports.com. Kev?
Thanks, Drake. 15:38 to go in this one. Sooners with the lead, 46-45, and Jalen Moore out here freestyling with that pass, Toby Rowland. He put some English on it, and it still almost got away from him out of bounds, but because he's passing to one of the best athletes.
Like Fats Domino with a pool cue on that pass.
I mean, I don't know how Jeremiah Fears went and got that one, and not only did he catch it, he was able to turn and finish it all in one motion.
Minnesota Fats, right, Drake? Fats Domino, jazz musician?
Yeah, I think it's
Minnesota Fats was the pool, right?
Yes. Fats Domino, blues musician, but yeah.
I got my Fats mixed up, Greg. It's after 11. I've been up a long time, folks. This could be a fun broadcast the rest of the way. By the way, again, ESPN reporting the injury to Lamont Butler is the shoulder that he's been struggling with all year. I mean, not only tonight, this could be major concern for Kentucky going forward in the NCAA tournament. Kev, they're already without Kirk Creasy. They've been out without him for a long time, since December. Jackson Robinson now out for the year. Lamont Butler has to miss some time in the big dance. That's a big blow.
Well, he missed a few games this year. I think he missed 6.
Yep.
And they went 2-4 in those games. So they were able to win a couple somehow, but they lost more than they won during the stretch that he was out earlier. And so they're a different team without him. I mean, think about the experience playing in a Final Four national championship game, and just didn't not to have him in the second half of this one. It doesn't look like so. The Sooners are prime and ready to capitalize. Sooners got to stay ready, though. I mean, these guys have to. You got to continue to close out. Make these guys take tough shots. Make Kentucky take tough twos. Don't let them catch fire from 3.
Oweh, the inbounder. 15:38 to go. Sooners by 1. Lobs out to the newly checked-in Ansley Almanor. High to Trent Noah. Bounce past Brea. Brea's been their best scorer today. Garrison's got it. Back to the basket, 20 feet out. Northweather on him now. Garrison, handoff Noah. Noah down the lane. Pivot, 2 to shoot. Out to Brea. Brea doesn't realize it. There's the shot clock violation. Noah threw it up and in, but it was after the buzzer. It's a turnover.
Great defense once again by the Sooners. They're playing some good ball, Toby Rowland, I'm telling you.
46-45, 15:21 to go. Fears walks it up. Gives it up. Kobe turns the corner. Fires from the free throw line. Side iron miss. Long rebound. Chased down by Brea in the corner. Oweh will bring it up. Cross court to his buddy Brea. Brea makes a move on his former roommate, Kobe Elvis. Can't shake him yet. Now he gets himself free for a 3 up top. Hit another one. Kobe Brea feels like the most dangerous Wildcat on the court now. He's hit 3 threes.
Yeah, and him and Kobe Elvis are going at it. I mean, that time Kobe Elvis missed that one, but he got his.
Fears down the lane. Swiped at by Oweh. Has to kick it all the way out to his outlet. Good on. Northweather in the corner. Kentucky's up 2. 48-46. Jalen Moore. Drive around Garrison to the rim. Lefty finishes good. Jalen Moore.
When he goes off 2 feet, he's one of the more explosive players in the country. But when he goes off 1, he tends to blow a tire, and it's just not a good play for him.
Only 4 points tonight. Almanor baseline jumper's good. First bucket for Ansley Almanor. 50-48 Kentucky.
Yeah, Almanor is going to try to set that screen and pick and pop. So the Sooners have to know if they're in switch 5 or switch 4.
14:09 to go. Kobe in front of Porter Moser holding. And he's fouled by Noah, who hit him in the head. First foul, Trent Noah. Second team foul. Because of the injury to Butler, Mark Pope having to play some youngsters here. Noah and Chandler, both true freshmen. Elvis at half court goes left on Noah, gives back right to Northweather. Doesn't shoot, gives it back to Kobe. Kobe, he'll fire a 3 up top. Back iron miss. Brea's got the long rebound. Oweh, drive, down the lane, finish with the left hand.
Yeah, he just gets downhill. He's so fast. And again, every Sooner needs to know where he's at on the floor at all times.
52-48 Kentucky. Here comes the crowd again. Fears a step back 3 to try to silence him. No good. Wildcats rebound. 13:28 to play. Jeremiah 1 for 10 from 3. Brea to Noah. Lob to Garrison up high. The former Oklahoma State Cowboy gives it to the former Oklahoma Sooner, Ortega Oweh. Middle of the paint, 10-footer is badly missed, but an offensive rebound for Almanor, and he put it home.
Yeah, that hurts right there.
And Porter wants a timeout. Fears and Oweh got tangled up as that timeout was being called. Oweh went for the steal. They ended up in a pretzel. No foul called. It's a timeout with 13:03 to go. We'll take it with them. Kentucky up 6. They're on a run here, a 6-0 run, 54-48. This is Sooner basketball from Learfield.
Hey Sooner Nation, I'm Nevada Ty with OU Women's Basketball. When you want to travel, choose the premier motor coach transportation provider, Overland Charters. With over 25 years in the transportation business, Overland Charters is your go-to and top quality transportation services in Oklahoma and throughout the entire country. If you want to travel with the winning team this season, choose the premier brand in group transportation, Overland Charters. Check them out online at overland.com to book your next trip. Overland Charters, official motor coach provider of OU Women's Basketball.
Game day just got better because Pizza Hut is the official pizza of OU Athletics. Sink your teeth into our hand-tossed, crispy, thin crust, iconic pan pizzas, loaded with mouth-watering toppings like melty mozzarella, savory pepperoni, and fresh veggies. This season, make Pizza Hut your go-to for all things OU basketball. Visit your local Pizza Hut or order online to get game day ready with the official pizza of OU Athletics. Pizza Hut, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hungry?
I could eat some.
Head to Brahms after the game for a bacon cheeseburger and milkshake made with Brahms A2 fresh milk. Proud partner of Sooner Athletics. And the Sooner Sports Podcast is your all-access audio pass to Sooner Sports. Chris Plank is the quarterback of our podcast. Does a great job. Find exclusive Sooner Sports content like postgame coverage, coaches shows, even classic broadcasts, all on the Sooner Sports Podcast, presented by Allstate and the Riverwind Casino. Chris is in Fayetteville tonight, where the OU softball team, the undefeated OU softball team, is getting set for a weekend SEC series against Arkansas starting tomorrow. Skip Johnson's baseball team has arrived in Columbia, South Carolina. Their first ever SEC series starts tomorrow night against the Gamecocks. Meanwhile, we're in Nashville. OU men's first ever SEC tournament. They beat Georgia last night in a tussle with Kentucky tonight. Kevin, Wildcats on a run here. They've taken a 54-48 lead. How have they done it?
Well, a couple of things. They're forcing the Sooners to take some early, quick shots. Kobe Elvis, you can live with some of them, and you see the coaching staff over there clapping, saying, hey, good shot, don't worry about it, good shot, get back on defense. But what happens is that changes the momentum, especially when you shoot a quick one and you miss. Then Kentucky comes down with a little bit of momentum swing in their direction. They move the ball around, they make a three. Then you go back down and you try to answer with a three. And Jeremiah Fears, I would never tell him to stop shooting. I would just tell him, go to the basket. He's 1 of 10 from 3, but 7 of 17 from the floor. So, I mean, he's still playing some good basketball. Get downhill, get to his twos. He's doing really good from the two, so try to get in there and do that, and then get to the foul line. But what he does, he tried to answer with a deep three of his own, and then Kentucky pushed the ball back down the other way. And you can find some of these guys on his team that you can give up. Chandler, I wouldn't mind Chandler taking more threes. He's not a threat from there. He's 1 of 6 from the field. Let him continue to shoot. But what's going to happen is you got to block out and rebound. Kentucky got an offensive rebound and a putback. I mean, so there's different things that lead to their run here, and obviously Otega always, getting downhill and just being explosive, going to the basket. Everyone has to know, and when you do know, you find out, you got to slide over and take a charge.
Has Brea had that wrap on his right hand?
Yes.
Okay. I think if you can wrap him up, Kentucky might have a hard time finding enough points here. Brea feels like the dangerous guy. Sooner ball, Forsythe has it. Holding. Fears getting a rest here. Finds Goodine curling. Spins back to Agee. Back to Bryson. 10 to shoot. Picked up his dribble. Used it up. Out to Forsythe with 8. Dayton sprints left. Garrison on him with 5. Dayton drives him down the lane to the rim. Finish right hand. Layup goes. Sparky to the rack.
He just has so many plays that he's made this year where he answered buckets just like that. Great play.
54-50 Kentucky. There's Brea. Brea crossover. Down the lane. From the left block, a contested shot. Missed it. McGee's got the rebound. That was a tough shot. Forsythe will bring it up with 12:14 to play in Nashville. Goes by Brea. Now backs it up. Gives it to Kobe. Almost stolen by Oweh. It is stolen by Oweh. And he'll dunk it.
That's the one you don't want to let happen. And Sparky didn't want to make that pass up top. That's an uphill pass against Otega Oweh.
56-50. Crowd again trying to help out Big Blue. Forsythe at half court calling out the play. 11:45 to go. Around a right side pick, pull up elbow jumper. Forsythe is good. Uh-oh. We've seen him get absolutely scorching hot in Oxford, Mississippi. He's hit 2 in a row.
He's just held the ball that time, ball screen, and he took the jump shot. No more passing for him. Just go find a bucket.
56-52. Brea up high, guarded by his buddy. Kobe doesn't give him airspace. He gives it up to Garrison down the lane, fouled and put it in.
Bryson gets himself caught in those positions right there. He's almost to help side, but he's not quite there, and he's kind of stuck with his back turned. You cannot be there. One, you got to get there faster, and then two, you got to go up and either compete or just take a charge and try to fall back or get out of the way.
First bucket for Brandon Garrison. He had 12 against the Sooners in Norman. And then talked all kinds of gas headed to the locker room. He's got a chance for a three-point play here. Timeout with 11:21 to play. Second round of the SEC tournament. Kentucky 58, Oklahoma 52. This is Sooner basketball from Learfield.
When you get the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime you work out. And now through March 13th, get your first month free when you join. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage. And do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get your first month free and all the perks with the PF Black Card for just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends March 13th. See Club for details.
Show your support for the Crimson and Cream with the OU Visa credit card, the go-to option for Sooner fans. You also get access to the convenient card controls when you download the MidFirst Bank mobile app. With the app, you can manage all your cards and accounts in one place. Add your card to your digital wallet to pay with your mobile or wearable device. Visit midfirst.com/Sooners for details. Member FDIC.
Basketball is brought to you by Mercy. At Mercy, your life is our life's work. Riverwind Casino's newly remodeled gaming floor has almost 3,000 of your favorite games, complemented by a variety of bars, restaurants, and the best live music in the metro. It's no surprise that Riverwind is always a good time. The University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties like to thank our concession partners, Dos Equis, Dickey's Barbecue Pit, Shake's Frozen Custard, Frito-Lay, Pizza Hut, HTO, Cup Bop, Coop Ale Works, Nacho Express, and Kona Ice. Kev?
11:21 to go in this one. Kentucky's stretched their lead out just a hair, 58-52, and they're making some plays, and the Sooners just got to continue to make their own plays, and it takes really good defense with these guys. You forced them into some difficult shots. You got to rebound and push the other way, obviously, and then find buckets. The last couple of possessions have been controlled by Dayton Forsythe, which I don't mind at all. You know, the time before, he tried to make an uphill pass against one of the fastest dudes in the gym, Otega Owe, and he just stole it and took it the other way for a dunk. And like I said, those live ball turnovers are tough because this crowd really gets into the ball game. So the next possession after that, Sparky just kind of used some clock out top, got rid of it, got it back, used some more clock, and then ball screen come off of it, elbow jump shot, swish. So those are really effective plays for the Sooners. You got to continue to use the ones that you can. You know, that's part of simplifying the playbook. We talked about that a little bit this morning on your show, Toby, where you don't try to do too much offensively because, you know, Kentucky knows you. They know what you're going to do. They've played against you before this year. They've scouted you a ton. So make it real simple. Come off a ball screen, put these guys in a predicament, raise up and shoot a jump shot.
Sooners just 4 of 18 from 3 tonight. That's 22% after they made 12 of them last night. Going to have to hit some threes to win this game, Kev. I think they still got to get to your 10 number to win this game.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, there's things you can do to stay in this basketball game. One, you can get to the foul line. I think that will help them on the threes. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, 4 of 18 is not going to cut it against Kentucky. They're too good. You've got to make a few more than that. If they get to 10, we'll see. I think that'd be terrific. But I think that number needs to be around 8 or 9. Especially here in the second half where we are.
Garrison finishes the three-point play, got the roll on the free throw. That puts the Wildcats up 7, 59-52. Their largest lead has been 9. OU's largest lead tonight has been 3. McGee hands to Elvis. Fear still on the bench. Taylor's going to try a three left wing. He got another one. Second tonight for Glenn Taylor. On cue, he nailed it.
Almanor does not want to come out there and guard. He's a guy, big guy that shoots threes himself.
59-55. Garrison hands to Brea. Forsyth defending. Brea working behind a screen. Switched off onto McGee. Step back long three over him. Airballed it. Elvis has it. Kobe will push right down the middle of the court. Gives to Goodine. Owe doesn't give him space to shoot. Back to Kobe. 10:40 to play. Kobe drives by Garrison. Wide dribble, but corrals it. Back behind the three-point arc again. 15 on the shot clock. Elvis. Crossover. Corner. Goodine. Forsyth with 10. Sparky stumbling down the lane. Step back shot up and got the roll. Forsyth, two more.
That was a great shot on Kobe. Kobe Brea just turned to him and looked at him like, yeah, that was a good shot. I'll give you that one.
59-57. Kentucky by 2. We near the midway point second half. Garrison hands to, nope, doesn't hand to Almanor. Gives to Owe. Take it to the elbow. Backs up into the post. Garrison finds the cutter Noah, who lost it out of bounds. Turnover. It'll be Sooner basketball. Jalen Moore in for OU. Goodine out. Almanor and Noah leave for Kentucky. Williams and Chandler check in. Jeremiah Fears cheering on his teammates on the bench right now. It's 59-57 Kentucky.
I like this rest that he's getting. The game will slow down for him when he goes back in. You watch and see.
Forsyth has made 3 shots. He gives to McGee. Hands to Elvis. Cross court Taylor. Glenn Taylor. High to Kobe. Swing it to Moore. Jalen puts it on the deck with 10. Working on Carr. Drives him left side of the paint. Pivot. Right hand hook. Up. Back iron. No good. Got a good look there. Big guy Williams will bring it up. Backs McGee to the elbow. Now picks up his dribble. Out to Chandler. Doesn't shoot it. Chandler drives it on Forsyth into the paint. Kick high to Carr. 14 on the shot clock. Carr spinning, backing, splits defenders, and draws a foul on Mo McGee, who tried to block him. And that's 3 on Mo.
You got to be smarter than that. I mean, he just reached in there. You know that's going to be a call. And Mo may think you might have gotten all ball or whatever else, but it doesn't matter. You have to stay disciplined on those defensive possessions right here. When you foul these guys, that's not a good play for you.
Andrew Carr's missed his only foul shot tonight, 78% on the year. He'll shoot 2 here, and the first one is good. Sooner basketball brought to you by OG&E. We energize life. Fears back in. Forsyth will sit with 9:15 to play. Cats by 3. These two teams played a great basketball game in Norman 3 weeks ago. Another great one unfolding tonight. Carr missed the second. Kentucky 8 of 13 foul shooting. Sooners 8 of 11. McGee up top. 3 here would tie it. Hands to Fears. Right side of the lane. Dump low to McGee. Off his knee. He dives for it. Saves it. Bounce pass across the lane. Lost. Stolen. Chandler, right side, goes baseline, got deep, reverse layup, blocked by McGee, out of bounds. And Mo helps him up because he's a nice guy.
Well,
Crowd wanted a foul.
Yeah, I think that was clean. That last play, Toby, I mean, I don't mind the play, but you got to be careful with Mo because he's a big guy. You're trying to throw bounce passes to him in the lane. That's a hard pass for him to catch and finish.
60-57 Kentucky. Williams feeds Carr on the block. Backing into Mo. Pivot. Forced it up. Got it to go. Andrew Carr into double figures. And the lead is 5. Here comes the crowd again. The blue mist, they call it, comes down from the north to Nashville. Fears. Step back from the elbow. He's fouled on the jump shot by Chandler. Absolutely hit him on the elbow.
Yeah, without a doubt. Fears shot an air ball right there. I mean, it was off one leg.
15 feet.
Yeah. He's a future lottery pick. He's not shooting an air ball.
I said they were the blue mist. I didn't say it was blue Mensa. Fears 1 of 2 at the line tonight. First one. Good. He's got 17. 62-58. McGee out, Northweather in. Sam Godwin missing a third consecutive game with that knee injury tonight. Fears made them both. 62-59.
He can really get himself going from the foul line. That's what's going to help him. This may be another game where he's got to get high 20s.
Williams picked up by Northweather at the foul line, gives to Carr. Carr pivots its way into the paint on Northweather. Up and under, layup attempt missed, out of bounds off of. Jalen Moore touched it last. Kentucky +3 on the boards, 28-25. They get an offensive rebound here with 8:06 to go. And Jeb Hartness, who is the alternate official, who's over at the review station, signaling out, should we put 20 on the clock? And the answer is yes.
Watch the lob play for Amari Williams right here.
Ortega inbounds to Carr up high. Chandler has it. Swing it to Brea. Bounce to Williams. Post it. 15 feet out. Still holding. 10 to shoot. Wants to take Northweather one-on-one. Backing. Banging. Right-hand hook. Good. He got too deep.
You have to take the charge on that if you're Luke Northweather. After that first bang, take the charge on the second one.
64-59. Jalen Moore up top. Corner pass. Kobe. Back to Moore. He'll fire a three. Got it! Knocked the bottom out of it, Jay Moore. First three tonight.
Great shot.
64-62 Kentucky. 7.5 to play. Oweh to Chandler in front of Mark Pope. The first-year Kentucky coach. Won a national championship with him in 1996. Chandler drives, pass across too hard off the shoulder of Williams. Numbers. Moore to Taylor. Taylor to the rim. Layup. No! Rebound Carr. Kentucky runs the other way. Oweh, crossover, step through, layup is good. 4-point swing there.
Yeah, what a move.
66-62 Kentucky. 6:55 to go. Fears, kick back, Northweather, open, three ball, bam! Luke Northweather's second. Great Luke of the North. It's a 1-point game.
Great shot, Luke, and Jeremiah Fears made that play happen.
And a timeout called by Mark Pope. With 6:39 to go, we'll take it with them. We got another good one in Nashville. It has been nothing but barn burners here all day. 66-65 Wildcats in front. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by the OU Community Cornerstone Partners of Fowler Auto Group, OG&E, OU Health, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. This is Sooner Basketball from Learfield.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. To get started, find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Smith Restaurants will feed your game day cravings with their wide variety of restaurants available across the Midwest. Go to HalSmithRestaurants.com for their list of restaurants. And get your kids into the game and behind the scenes by joining the Sooner Kids Club. Membership includes free admission to over 70 sporting events, a Sooner swag pack featuring a replica football jersey, and VIP experiences all year long. Go to Soonersports.com/Kids Club to join today. 66-65 Kentucky, 6:39 to go. All right, what's going to be the deciding factor here down the stretch, Kevin?
It's going to be how you play defense, and if Mo Wagi can stay in the ball game and not get himself in foul trouble. He's doing a really good job the last couple possessions And I tell you, you can force these guys. This is not the Kentucky of old where they were loaded with NBA draft picks on their team. I mean, they have some good players, no doubt about it. But this is not a team that's going 40-0 or something like that. I mean, so they'll make mistakes. They'll turn it over. You just got to stay solid with them on defense. Don't reach, don't foul. That's the key on the defensive side. You cannot reach. That's not how you're going to get your steals. That's not how you're going to get turnovers on these guys. You're going to get turnovers by just staying solid on defense, being in the right spot, plugging on Otega-Owe when he gets ready to go downhill, making him pick it up, and having to make a different decision. He wants to go score. So that's the first and second thing that's on his mind is I'm going to go score the basketball. But if you can slide over, make it difficult for him when he picks it up, try to find somebody on the perimeter, and if you can, when he passes it, you can get a deflection, or by the time the ball gets into Chandler or Brea or somebody else's hands out here on the floor, you can close out and either make them take a tough one or them put it on the floor and just rinse and repeat and do the same exact thing. So that's going to be the key. You got to get stops. You're still down. You're down one, but you're still down in this ball game, so you're going to be playing from behind. Offensively, keep it simple. Figure out ways to go get shots on goal every possession. If it's leave the ball in Jeremiah Fears' hands the entire possession, that's fine. Kobe Elvis, his running mate, is back there with him. He can make plays, drive and kick to Luke Northweather or Jalen Moore. So you've got other options out there on the floor.
Fears 18 to lead OU. Owe and Brea 17 to pace Kentucky. Inbound to Chandler. We're back underway. 66-65 Wildcats. Chandler to Garrison. Garrison, slip low Chandler, surrounded by big, so he kicks out to Owe for a corner three, and he hit it. Tega's second three tonight. He's got 20. Yeah, I mean, he's a good player. He's their leading scorer. He's going to make plays like that. You got to close out, keep the ball out of his hands. 69-65. Jalen Moore turns the corner on Carr. Pivot, right-hand fadeaway, missed it. Side iron. Cats rebound with 6:07 to go. Owe took the game over at this point in Norman. He scored the final 18 points for Kentucky. Will he try to do it again here? Down the lane, outside corner, Brea for three. That's good. 2 in a row. Kentucky's made 2 threes in a row. That's 4 tonight for Brea. 72-65. Yeah, coming out of this timeout, they've done a good job of driving and kicking, shooting open threes. Fears down the lane, banked by Owe and fouled. 3 on Otega. Fears draws another foul. No shots here. It'll be baseline out of bounds. Each team has only been called for 3 fouls this half. That's 4 actually now on Kentucky this half. 72-65. Jeremiah inbounds. He's got the basketball. He's looking. Inbounds Elvis in the corner. Quick trigger three is up. Missed it. Tapped out into the corner. Brea's there first to it. Danger here. Down 7, 5.5 to go. Owe at half court. Gets the play from Mark Pope. Glenn Taylor in defense. Takes a run at him. Drives him. Left side of the lane. Forced it up. Got it. And won. Otega-Owe just bullied his way to the rim, and he's got a chance to give Kentucky a 10-point lead. Yeah, you got to get the ball out of his hands. What they're doing is that Sooners were down 1 at that timeout, which was less than a minute ago. They've gone on an 8-0 run, and now this is a 9-point game. So Otega's going to try to take over. He's going to try to do what he did in Norman right about now. And so this is where it's danger time for the Sooners, because you cannot afford to have him just continue to go off like that. You'll never catch up. You've got to get stops. Duke Miles checks back in for Glenn Taylor. Taylor picked up that foul. Owe's free throw is good. He's got 23, excuse me. And it's a 10-point lead with 5:16 to go. 75-65. Crucial possession. Elvis. Inside the arc, slipped past to McGee, bobbled it, turned it over. Garrison stole it. It's a hard pass for him to catch. Under 5, Owe wants it. Elvis defending. Gives to Garrison up high. Garrison backing. Picks up his dribble. Faces up, out to Owe. Goes baseline, cut off by Wagee. Tries to go again, cut off by Wagee again. Double team comes, gives it up to Garrison for a three. No. Long rebound out of bounds off Fears. He was at an awkward angle and he couldn't quite grab it. And Kentucky gets it back.
Yeah, Garrison shot that three that came off the rim really hard, and Fears was in a spot to rebound. It just came off so hard at that bad angle, like you said. It went straight out of bounds.
Garrison pushes Wagee over. No call. Gets the ball, dunks it, and then screams at Wagee. And now flexes, still no call. And a timeout called by Porter Moser. What are we looking at here? He pushes Wagee to the ground, grabs the basketball, dunks it, then screams in his face. 4:30 to go, and Kentucky's now in charge. They're up a dozen.
Yeah, it's starting to feel like Norman because these guys made a run like this. Now, there's still 4.5 minutes to go, but you got to figure out ways to get stops and get buckets on the other end.
Timeout on the floor. 4:30 to play. Sooners down 12. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by the OU Community Cornerstone Partners, the Fowler Auto Group, OG&E, OU Health, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. This is Sooner basketball from Learfield.
Champions know the value of preparation, commitment, and choosing the right team. Just ask Oklahoma stars Kinsey Hansen and Kobe McKenzie.
Kobe and I know a thing or two about great teams, and when it came to finding the perfect engagement ring, BC Clark was the clear MVP.
From the moment I walked in, I knew I was in the right place. BC Clark treated us like family, from the quality, the service, and the experience.
Every love story deserves a championship ring. I am Coleman Clark. BC Clark is proud to be a sponsor of OU Athletics.
Whataburger knows that watch party planning comes with its own set of challenges. Finding enough chairs for the extra friends your friends brought. Managing Chet's ref rage in the third quarter. Staying calm when they won't just run the ball. And then you have to feed everyone. What are you going to do? That's easy. The What a Wings Party Pack. 72 boneless tender bites, a family fry box, and all the sauces you'll need. And seriously, just run the ball. The What a Wings Party Pack. Get yours today at Whataburger.
It's a new season at Kohl's. Find fresh, everyday styles for you and your home at great prices. Shop Kohl's and Kohl's.com today. We'd like to thank our OU Community Outreach partners, Fowler Auto Group, OU Health, OG&E, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics, one with you. T-Row?
All right, 77-65. Kentucky's gone on an 11-0 run to take a 12-point lead. The last 2 points controversial. Nevertheless, the Sooners are going to have to do something special down the stretch here if they're going to stay alive here in Nashville. Otega Owe with